What is going on, everybody? Welcome to the THX CAV special limited edition of our old Wolfpack podcast. We've been doing this for 18 years now, and we're back at it with one final episode for 2024.
A
So
holiday
thanks for
episode.
joining us. What's that?
It's a
Holiday?
holiday episode.
I mean, yeah, this is kind of cool because we didn't do like too much stuff for Halloween. So this is a slasher episode and a Christmas episode, right, Ryan?
Yep, definitely.
All right, cool. We'll tell you more about that later. Yeah, so I am your host, Sam Culture Dog Hatch. We'll be hanging out here, keeping it festive for the next couple hours or until we get tired. And we're going to talk about a film in particular that's a beloved 90s classic, as we usually do. Uh, Again, top 10 on everybody's top 10 list, usually. Dig into that in a bit. First, I'm going to pass the mic on over to my main man, Ryan Cushing.
I'm Ryan. I am brought to you by Big Sammy's Hot Dogs
Oh,
and
nice.
water tonight. So, yeah, I'll pass it on to Maxine.
Maxine, the LaserDisc Queen, feeling extra festive with Santa mug with coffee.
Ooh.
And we are talking about a very sick movie, and I'm very excited about it. So
Yeah.
I'll pass the tape.
Ooh, yeah.
Yep. Excited to try to remember as much of this movie as I possibly can. Hopefully, you guys can jog my memory, and maybe some nice, delicious Hydro Flask water will help keep my mind nice and lubricated to talk about this definitely top 5 of all time film.
Normally, I'm sponsored by a tumbler full of water too, but I'm sponsored by Psy, this new kind of telepathic drink. And yeah, I'm going to pound this for a little bit, maybe get some water later. Yes, so it's been a while. Sorry, everybody. My computer blew up because it knew we were talking about computer-related things, and somebody clearly named Fisher Stevens hacked into my system, set up a worm, and all sorts of stuff went wrong. But anyways, nothing can stop us. We're here for the holidays with a Christmas classic. I'm sure everybody fired it up, with their families over this past week. We're talking Hackers. Hack the Planet, everybody. Hackers from 1995. It's an amazing film, as you can see behind Ryan. A
It's
beloved.
the best cyber film of the year.
Sorry for the tiny desk. Yeah, Hackers. Oh, look at that. Is that UMD?
You're darn right.
Dude,
How else are you gonna do?
that is a flex. It's like the LD is kind of tough to find cheap, even though it's what, 90, 96, 95 they came out.
Yeah, it kind of flopped everywhere, I think.
Yeah, I think Japanese disc might have taken a little bit longer to come out, maybe, but I don't know.
Yeah, one of those great titles that you look up on eBay, and there's no shortage of them, but they are all priced as if they're the only one on eBay. So.
Sure. Yeah. Rare. Yep.
Yeah.
But yeah, Hackers. Whose idea was this?
It was yours, Sam. I know you said multiple times how much this is your favorite movie from the 90s.
I mean, I got a soft spot for Hackers. I can't lie. I did not see it in the theaters. I saw Johnny Mnemonic. I saw like everything else. Oh no, I didn't see the net either. But I did rent it on VHS from a cool, like we had, just like the machine in the movie where he hacks the television station, there was like a robotic VHS machine in my office, and you could rent. It was like a red box, but you'd press like instead of ding dongs or ho hos, you'd order like E5, and whatever tape was in there, it'd pull it out and drop it into the little receptacle. So I got Hackers, and I never returned it, and I somehow got away with it. So
You
hacked the planet.
Were you phone freaking the video machine?
I must have been. I mean, I gotta say, I grew up in a weird household, and so this stuff was like kind of right up my alley. I was not a hacker myself, but like instead of Newsweek and Time, like our coffee table had 2600, Wired, and Mondo 2000 on it, like all the time. So I just kind of read about this stuff all the time. My dad was way into it too. I don't know. I think he was probably like secretly Captain Crunch or some old time freak. But yeah, I mean I had my hands clean. I didn't hack anything myself, but Hackers, yeah. From Ian Softly, the dude who made Backbeat and Skeleton Key, another kick-ass movie. It's got Johnny Lee Miller from Train Spotting as the lead character, who's got a ton of different names, from Date to Zero Cool to Crash Override. You got Angelina Jolie in it as Kate Libby, aka Acid Burn, and Jesse Bradford is the kind of young kid Joey who needs a name. Does he ever get a name at the end of the movie?
I don't know. I think he's just Joey the whole
He's
time.
just Joey, yeah.
Yeah.
Matthew Lillard, I think the first thing I saw Lillard in,
Yeah.
playing Emmanuel Goldstein, who is, it's a fake name from the guy who owned 2600 magazine, and he's also known as Serial Killer, which is great. And what's his name? Tintin from The Crow, Lawrence Mason as Lord Nikon in
Nice.
here, Paul Cook. And then, yeah, Renoli Santiago as the Phantom Freak. I mean, come on, how do you not like a movie with all these cool characters? And on the the opposite end of the spectrum, you got Fisher Stevens as the Plague, who rides around on a Mike McGill skateboard, so I like him already. Lorraine Bracco, why is Vinny not here? He loves The Sopranos and Goodfellas. He would love this because Lorraine Bracco's in it, and Penn Jillette in there as well. So there we go, Hackers. Who wants to give a brief synopsis of what this amazing film is about?
First off, you forgot Wendell Pierce as like the Fed guy.
Oh, Agent Dick Gill. He was amazing. Yeah.
Yeah, just like randomly in there. Like the cast is stacked. So,
Dude, yeah. And then Razor and Blade in there too. I don't think those guys ever. I don't know if they went on to do anything, but yeah, Mark Anthony also.
yeah.
Before hooking up with J-Lo, he was a Secret Service agent in this film. Yeah, Ryan, were you a hacker?
Oh yeah, totally.
I could tell.
I'm not going to claim any responsibility for anything that could impact my future.
For sure. Yeah, I mean, this movie, it kind of starts out like Halloween, except instead of killing his sister, a young evil kid hacks a system and shuts down like everything. And then kind of goes to like hacker jail. Basically, he just can't touch computers or phones for 7 years.
Tone phone till you're 18.
Yeah, it's like if it's not plugged in, how are they going to know? Like,
I know, right?
Yeah.
We should have Luke here because it starts in Seattle in 1988.
88, yeah. And then ends up in New York.
Yeah, because he's now grown up. Date is, he's no longer Zero Cool because that's like this name that's associated with him getting busted.
I mean, he is. He just doesn't want to draw any heat. So
yeah, but I mean,
fly under the radar.
He's just flying under the radar with some sick shades, though.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I know.
And
we get some amazing exposition where people just say things to each other that they should already know in a very unnatural way, but to make sure that we know what's been going on the whole time.
Of course, yeah.
I'm sorry your father and I had to get a divorce. I'm sorry we had to move to this town. I know you hate it in this apartment. It's horrible. Oh,
but we're here.
Ever since you did that thing that ruined your life that you know about, things
but
haven't
it's your
been the
birthday,
same.
so we know you can use computers again.
In case you forgot your name, this is what it is.
Yeah. I mean, it's good comedy there. What are you doing? Oh, I'm hacking into a television station. Okay, well, don't stay up too late.
And then afterwards, she's like, "You plugged it in, didn't you?" Like, and it's like, well, he said he was hacking into a television station. You think he was not plugged in?
She thought he was joking. Yeah, he
doesn't
have a history of hacking. Like, why would he be serious about that?
Dial-up modem.
Yeah.
Dial-up.
And again, as much as it gets right, there's a lot of cheesy stuff here. Computers make a lot of noises and have like high resolution, graphics that have been crafted that are supposed to like look like, I don't know, whenever you're just tapping away at your computer, all these amazing kind of visuals like Tron cityscapes, etc., are floating by.
Yeah.
I felt like it was like a Dolby Digital intro to like a theater.
Dude,
like,
yeah, it kind of reminds me of the city Dolby Digital intro.
Like your popcorn's gonna explode. Like
pretty good, yeah. Again, along the lines of Johnny Mnemonic coming around the same time, there's a lot of that kind of like VR, trippy graphics. I'm down with it.
And plus, if you don't do something like that, hacking looks really boring in real life. So, if you're gonna bother making a movie about it, you need to make it look cooler than people just, drinking Coke and typing.
Yeah, like this dabbles in the reality because there are some scenes in dark rooms, and there's a lot of Dunkin' Donuts, cigarettes, and Jolt Cola cans.
Yeah.
And so there's the reality is like simmering in the background of this film.
And they used all practical effects for everything, no
Yes,
CGI, even though it's a computer movie, which is funny because they didn't
that
want
was
it to
pretty
look
cool.
too like flat or non-dynamic. So
Yeah, they would like build like these big, city tower essentially, these towers, and then like project text onto them, and yeah, so it's kind of cool that it's not just loaded with CGI because that'd be dated really poorly by now,
yeah,
probably.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
Unlike
it's
everything
still,
else in the film.
Yeah, unlike the dialogue and the plot and the technology and
yeah, anytime they're talking about like computer specs, you're like, yeah, like everything I own is like it's
My first
5 years
iPod
old
was
is
better
still
than
like
that.
1,000 times better.
it's like, oh, this is faster than the Pentium. They're like, yeah, bro.
Oh,
Them in the dark room at the party with the laptop was just it's one of the best things I've ever seen.
So much laptop porn in this thing. Yeah,
He's like, is this too much for you?
yeah. It's like this laptop is too much for you to handle.
Dark, and she's like trying to hook up with some guy, and they're just like all in there, and then they like turn the lights on.
Yeah, this kind of
Stupid.
sexual dynamics between Johnny Lee Miller and Angelina Jolie. I mean, they got married like almost immediately at the end of this film or by the end of it. So I guess there was sparks there, but he just rolls into town and I guess he watched The Karate Kid a lot and just thought, the first girl he saw was his.
Yeah.
So he's like, "Yep,
Yeah.
you're
I mean, they
mine."
kind of had like a gamesmanship to get to that point.
I
you know?
mean, that was kind of fun a little bit later on when they're trying to, one up each other.
Yeah.
Well, she
And
sent him to the pool on the roof,
Yeah.
and then he flooded the school. He like hacked the
Yep.
sprinkler system and flooded the school. Which
I
I'm
love
like,
the school. The
how?
school's
Like,
wild.
Yeah.
if somebody would have done that, like, and they figured out that it was a student, he would have been expelled for sure. Like, they'd be like,
Yeah.
oh, we're.
They are not looking into anything. They're
And
like,
he made it
"Teach
obvious. He's
yourself."
like, oh yeah, I got my umbrella here, and it just
Yep.
happens to go off. Yeah, that's not obvious.
It's just all feral kids. I like that one teacher. He doesn't even know who's in his class, and he has
And
to
it's
ask
like,
people.
well, it says it. I don't know. And this guy's just keeping on my list. So get him out of here. Like,
Yeah, and
Yeah.
like Matthew Lillard doesn't have a home as far as we know. He's like a homeless kid
Yeah.
crashing with everyone.
He
Yeah.
mentions like in one of the special features on the Blu-ray. Sorry, I have sent.
Whoa.
He's always got a toothbrush in his mouth because that was like his thing. Is like his home life is like completely horrible, and he never goes there. So yeah, he's asking like Lord Nikon if he can crash, and he's like again, yeah. So I guess he's totally transient.
Yeah.
But yeah, the school is great. Yeah, it's just I don't know. I don't know if they shouldn't even bother going there. But thankfully, that's where all the hackers are because it's like he has this rivalry with Acid Burn right away because he hacks into this TV station and she shuts him down. Conveniently, she's also like the orientation guide at the school, like when he goes there. So
And then he hacks into the school system to get into her class.
yeah, of
She's
course,
like, you're not in
because
my class.
he's like, I am now. Wink, wink.
And then he beats her high score in the arcade game.
Yeah, which was sick because that
Oh
was
yeah,
Wipe-
Super Monkey Ball.
So sick.
I was like, I used to love playing Wipeout on the original PlayStation, so I was psyched to see Wipeout with some added graphics on top of it. I mean,
Big.
Cyberdelia was that the name of the hangout?
Yeah.
Oh, the roller skating. You have to roller skate your way in, or how are you even there?
Yeah, the
It was
rollerblading.
too cool. I can't remember the name. I was too
Yeah.
enamored with how cool it was.
I know. It
I
was.
think, and then Matthew Lillard's like out front, like selling mixtapes, and like it's just the coolest place around. It's so much rollerblading in this movie.
Loved it. I loved the rollerblading, and I
It's-
loved
it-
Penn. Seeing Penn immediately was so sick.
Penn Jillette, like
He's the security guy.
yeah,
And he knows like not much and has to call in somebody else when there's a problem. He's like, oh, I know there's an error.
Yeah.
but he's like wearing sunglasses too. Like everyone's like cooler than cool for no reason in this movie. So great.
I mean, it was probably nighttime, so he had to.
I mean, yeah, and he's in this, super badass. I mean, you work IT, Ryan. I take it you work at a room with like these crazy like banks of
Like a techno dungeon.
techno
Pretty
dungeon.
much. Yeah, like I just put like the entire like Prodigy collection on at all times, playing in the background, just keeping a beat going. And
Dude, the
just
music hit
reading.
me.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
I was listening to all that stuff. That like Orbital, freaking Massive Attack with Tracy Thorn, Prodigy tracks, Left Field. I loved all that stuff at the time. So I was totally, that was probably my favorite thing when it first came out. I was like, I wish there was a soundtrack for this, but I already owned most of the stuff.
The soundtrack was like very like cut down when it came out in the 90s and 95.
Yeah.
It was just like half, like not even half the songs, I'd say.
Yeah, they could have sold so many copies of that. It would have been like, the Train Spotting soundtrack like the next year or whatever. Like everybody had that thing. But yeah, so many great jams.
Took 25 years to get the full thing on vinyl.
Yeah, that's got the there's like a track in the Grand Central Station hacking montage by Guy Pratt and David Gilmour, and it was like secretly credited to like another band for, I don't know, decades, like Deep Cover or something like that. But it's David Gilmour, so
Wow,
it's pretty badass. Yeah, love the music. I mean, yeah, the look of it's great too, and I mean, plot wise, there's some good hacking going on, right?
Yeah, it's not bad.
Yeah, I think overall it works. There's just a few little things every so often that'll catch you, and it's like even when it's things ignoring like the kind of the tech, the way they kind of exaggerate how exciting all the tech is, obviously. Yeah. There's some things like later in the film whenever the two leads are basically competing to like out hack each other.
Yeah.
It's very weird to me that they don't do it as a race to see who can accomplish the same thing first. They're just taking turns doing different things.
Yeah.
So it's like you would think they would be like, all right, we have to hack into this system. The first person to do it wins. But instead they're like, I'm just going to let you do this by yourself. And whether or not you do it determines if you win that challenge. And then I will have a completely different challenge that you will not be competing against me for. So it kind of, that doesn't really make sense.
All of those challenges too were pretty much attacking the agent.
Yeah.
It was trying to shut them down. And I think by the end, each of them has a score of 60.
Yeah.
So did they do like 120 horrible things to that guy?
I mean, they kind of ruined his life for a short while. Like,
it was great.
They
cut up his credit card.
Deceased.
Yeah, he's dead at the end.
It's like, no. And like he's like, just I'm right here. Like
so everyone is chewing up the scenery, especially Matthew Lillard. I mean, that was prime Lillard time. So his wardrobe rocks too. I mean, he's always repping like the Clash and killer.
Everyone's sunglasses were just like top notch sunglasses. Like,
I mean,
wacky 90s sunglasses.
Serial Killer had like the little tiny ones there, and the Zero Cool glasses were. I mean, of course, it was like kind of Matrix before the Matrix. Yeah, they didn't have the long coat. They weren't that far off with the long coats.
Vest looks like Dade the whole time was like rocking all these vests. I'm like, damn, where are you getting these? Like, who's wearing these? Like,
a lot of cool, like, old biker jackets and stuff repurposed and cyberpunked out. I don't know. I mean, it holds up. I enjoy the hell out of it.
It's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Even when the dialogue is kind of cheesy and maybe something doesn't make sense, like you said, everyone's really like getting into it. Everyone's really, they believe what they're saying. Like they are 100% enamored by this laptop that in real life is probably little more than a word processor when the camera isn't looking at the screen. But you believe it. This little laptop could hack into the government.
That scene with Acid Burn too is so great because Maxine said she's getting on with her guy there, and then he's like, "Oh, baby, you're not going to talk about this laptop stuff again." And she's already locked in with the nerds, and she's like,
"Wait, look."
And he just like sneaks out the window or something.
It's like it's over for you, bro.
Yeah, I don't think we ever see him again.
He's wearing the sickest JVC like I don't even know, like a hockey jersey that's like JVC. It was the coolest thing. Where is that?
Yeah, so many details I was nerding out on. I think Serial Killer's reading a magazine. On the back of it is an ad for the Fox TV show Mantis, which was on for like 8 episodes with a guy in a wheelchair who turns into a superhero at night. And I was like, Mantis, yeah. So
I thought they did good because Dade, who obviously is from Seattle 88, and then like they moved to New York, all his room is covered in Seattle band posters.
Yep.
He had like sick like Soundgarden and like
Nirvana
Fauna one, and there was some like he had some like kind of more deep cut posters around there, but I liked the whole environments that they sold. They sold all the environments.
Yeah, he was repping Seattle. Yeah, they kind of get into that. Like he really doesn't like New York at all, even though he makes friends there pretty quickly, but he's not feeling it. And then we got to get into Fisher Stevens.
Yes, from Super Mario Brothers, of course.
Yeah, he's a Wolfpack favorite.
He's a Koopa. He's a Iggy Koopa.
Oh yeah, he is in Super Mario Brothers.
He's a Koopa. He's a Koopa. He gets turned smart and then becomes this guy. That's what I felt like.
I mean, he is pretty hilarious in this because of course he is like the evil anti-hacker. He's their nemesis who goes by the name the Plague. But he's also part of the establishment. He's like he's double timing his bosses and pretending like he's working security at this firm, and he's actually installing viruses himself. And so there's like multiple levels of this worm that's like funneling money into his bank account with Lorraine Bracco as his kind of
Karen
cohort.
And they're always and the two of them are always walking around in public very loudly discussing their plan. Like it's not like they're whispering and their dialogue is loud in the mix. They are like
in the lobby.
Loud.
I'm gonna steal all that money, and then
she's literally
and the government will never know a thing.
She's riding the escalator, yelling down to him like, "I never should have trusted you."
That's so bizarre.
And he's looking up at her, making eye contact with a security camera, saying all this.
Yeah.
Yeah, like is Penchulet complicit? It's weird. Like, where's the line end of? I don't think he is. I don't think he's part of it, but
yeah, I don't think he like knows it enough. It seems he knows a little bit to like alert and see if there's a problem.
Well, isn't he, Fisher Stevens calls him, what does he call him, like a hapless techno wiener or something? So
he does, yeah.
Maybe he's not, maybe he could figure it out, but he's just not quite there enough to figure it out,
So he's gonna steal all this money from this mineral company, and then he loads in this virus that will upturn tankers that are out in the sea, and then blame it on the hackers. So Joey, who we mentioned before, Jesse Bradford, he's like the kind of young little pup that's following around all these guys, nipping at their heels. He's doing anything he can to prove like he's a real hacker. Yeah.
Yeah. They're like, because and we'll talk.
So
everything he does they think it's stupid. So
I kind of got like an Office Space where like they were stealing just a little bit from each transaction to make the 25 million.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. But Office Space, they screwed up like this. They like purposely were doing it.
Yeah, it was like that long con. It would just like steal a little piece here and there, and then like the worm was like designed to like kind of build upon itself and then eventually end. And then the big gimmick at the end is that this virus was in, and they could just blame all the hackers of this virus, and they could just disappear with all the money, and nobody would ever find out.
Yeah, I love how he had time to like put together like a fake like video thing, like saying, "Oh, this is going to happen," and then had a manifesto ready and everything to frame the guy. Like, overnight, it's like, "Oh yeah, we found this and this."
And, there's always like full res videos playing on laptops in 1995. They're just like you just lift the screen and there's a video playing, and like
and Mark Anthony's like, "We got it. We don't think he had time to like screw it up," and it had to like explain it to the other agent. And it's like, but unfortunately, the chain of custody also involved a third party, like right away. Like, let's have the desktop, but then it's like all of a sudden, oh yeah, let him do it because he's gonna find it. Like,
So of course, there's a disk with secret information that everybody's looking for at one point because that's always fun. A floppy disk with
half of the code because
his mom like hit abort like halfway through. Like I don't know.
Good night. And then shuts the freaking laptop.
I don't know how that yielded usable information on the disk, but whatever.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, if you cut a file transfer in half back then, it normally would just like be screwed up or unreadable, or potentially completely corrupt. Like, no, there's half of it there. We're good.
Legit half of it. Yeah. So I mean, that's cool. I could buy that. Yeah.
Well, I mean, it was a floppy disk, so they're not half a much. Like,
I know, right? Yeah, it wasn't even a zip disk. This is like pre-zip disk.
Megabytes, like on the whole thing, like, and they only have half of the file. Like,
Yeah, because Fisher Stevens put a lot of his nefarious doings into the garbage files, and then so the kid Joey was just gonna steal the garbage stuff and then do something cool and prove to his bros that he's a real hacker.
Hey
But
guys, I stole garbage.
yeah, then they'd be like, "Dude, you're in. You get a nickname and everything, and a motorcycle jacket."
Stole the
Guys, look,
trash.
I stole someone's recycling bin. Am I cool now?
Lead hacker, bro.
Yeah, lead.
Yeah,
But
like
yeah,
he-
so he
he
goes
had-
to jail, or no, he does. He
Before
gets
that, he
busted.
had hacked a bank across state lines. They're like, "Don't you know that's going to send the feds right after you?"
You're an idiot.
Yeah.
I mean, if one of the things you are really into is like SWAT teams breaking through houses and arresting kids, like this is going to be like your favorite movie of all time because there's at least 3 or 4 of those scenes.
Literally, yeah.
I think there's even a dream version and then a real one, and I don't know. Like
We-
you just
we-
open a window and SWAT guys are going to come flooding in.
We got that ass shot when they pulled him out of the shower and he's like trying to save his computer. Just like, boom.
Yeah, what was that all about? Yeah, it's weird because it's got this relationship with Johnny Lee Miller and Angelina Jolie, but they don't really get that much into it. It's kind of like this cute little crush through most of the movie.
Yeah.
The goal of it is to eventually go on a date. That's like the big finale. They're
Like
just going on a
whoa,
date.
Get her to wear a dress. Like,
And the whole
whoa.
subplot of who has to wear a dress, if it's
Yeah.
her or Johnny Lee Miller.
and
Like,
then she having the dream about him wearing the dress.
and then gets
Yeah,
excited
the bait
about
and
it.
switch with the dream was great. That was awesome.
Then she goes and buys him a dress just in case, or like a bikini or
your
something.
locker. Yeah.
Like, how does she have time to? I don't know. She stopped somewhere on the way to school that morning, and she was into it. Yeah, good times. But yeah, she's mostly there just to be eye candy for him at first. But then you learn that she's kind of like Elizabeth Sander before Elizabeth Sander. She just straight up dominates and takes him, but she needs some help. And Zero Cool and the crew all come together, and maybe they're going to save the day. So fun times. I guess if I had any complaints, it's just I don't. It's awesome.
We
More
need like a
rollerblading.
sequel.
Yeah, more rollerblade. I mean, that was the one thing I drew the line at because I was more skateboarder. I wasn't a rollerblader, but I mean, come on.
I like that both were represented though. Both
They were Mike McGill skateboards, and again, I love Fisher Stevens.
Yeah.
His original skate. He skates into the tech dungeon.
And then
like-
he skates and takes the floppy out of his hand, and then the other
Yeah.
guy's like,
Yeah, while holding on to the car.
they're so
Yeah.
Smokey's like, what is happening? He like gave up like in 3 seconds. Like,
I love he's like ends like this tiny short skate. He like kicks the board up, grabs it, and then like throws it off to the side like immediately after. But yeah, him skating on the side of the car to pick up the floppy disk is the best thing. Like
holding onto a limousine, and
you
then
couldn't just sit in the back seat and roll down the window. He's like, ha ha,
he really had to push that narrative that he's Mr. Cool Guy. Like,
I'm skating on a limousine. Just holding on. He just snatches that disc and runs off.
so stupid.
So good. And I mean, a lot of the fun stuff, the big, it eventually turns into a heist movie, but instead of, stealing money from a bank, they're just kind of finding out what's going on with this actual crime that's going on that Fisher Stevens is behind, and they're doing some hacktivism, but they're doing it in the Grand Central Station.
Yeah.
It's like the cool montage
Payphones. They're like everyone's all synced up in their rows of payphones.
with a laptop in each one. And the cool bits with the
his,
camera spinning.
His little piece, his little eyepiece. Like, what was that even for? What was
Yeah.
that?
Like Google Glass like 20 years before.
In 95. Yeah, hell yeah.
Oh my god! I liked the VR scene with the plague, and he's got the VR helmet, and then the freaking the FBI or the cop guy comes and he's like, "What are you doing?" Like,
Yeah. Yeah, this is like the old VR setup too. So you did just have the goggles. You had this like
a plastic surround thing, so he can't leave the
you're in
environment.
this platform that
And he's just punching. I'm like,
state of
okay.
the art.
It's really state of the art. They don't let you see into those goggles though. They should have.
Make a fan edit.
Yeah.
Oh, one of the other bands I used to dig back in the day too, Urban Dance Squad shows up on stage.
Oh, yes.
When did they go to a club
and
to
he's
get the
look, And then they just throw him off like he's crowd surfing, and she's like, "Where were you?" And then he's like, "But what?" And she's just like leaves, and then he still is like doesn't know what's happening like the
That
whole
scene was
time that
so
he's there.
weird because yeah, they're trying to find Razor and Blade.
Yes.
These guys that are they have a hacker TV show. I don't know if it's like legitimately airing or if they hack it into the
I think,
airwaves,
I
but
think
they
they
give you like hacker tips and stuff. And Johnny Lee Miller thinks they're bogus, but Angelina Jolie knows that they're elite hackers. So they go to this nightclub where they like DJ or something.
yeah. Yeah.
And then yeah, he tries to go up the stairs on the back of the stage because he spots them running up there. And then the bouncers like throw him into the crowd. And then she's like, "We lost him." And then like it smash cuts to them like in some room, I don't know where,
Like a security room.
at gunpoint, and
Yeah.
the Blade guy, Razor and Blade, are like watching them on a series. Like clearly there was a scene missing there or something.
Yes. But then what's so ridiculous in that whole thing is like you feel like there's some like big wall, there's some impenetrable zone. The
Yeah.
people that they're watching on a screen are like in a completely different area. No, they're like 3 inches away and they're like having to talk to them through a screen. And I'm just
Yeah.
like, why? It's like you
So
could have
weird.
just walked up to them. They're holding you at freaking like lighter gun point, like not even a real gun. He
Yeah,
just
they're like waste the dude, and just like a lighter goes off. Yeah.
oh my God.
So it's weird that stuff was cut out because the movie is like what, an hour 47 something. It's like yeah, no, it's an hour. All right, 1 to 5 minutes. So yeah, it's like surprisingly long for a breezy hacker movie.
Yeah.
2 discs,
No, still 104
single.
minutes.
It seems like it's longer than it is probably. I mean,
Well, it's because there's like so much credit running with like a like underwater pool scene for completely no reason. Like, I was like so confused. Finally, they're gonna go on a date. They don't
yeah,
even get to where it is that they're supposedly going on said date. He just compliments her dress and then says, "Want to get in the pool?"
yeah.
Like,
Well, that's how it works.
I
You
guess
know, it was the 90s.
I
They
I just
spent 102 minutes building up that tension.
Yeah,
yes, they did. Did it pay off in that particular moment? I don't know, but I did like the fact that he hacked the lights and it said crash and burn on the
crash and burn, baby. Yeah, and
Bill.
it's like I don't know. This came out like right at the time Kevin Mitnick was getting arrested, and there was a lot of kind of people supporting him. So it's I don't know, it kind of had its finger on the pulse. I mean, maybe not on the pulse of like paying audience members, but it seemed like it was pretty timely. A lot of the like the 2600 hacker types were involved in like helping behind the scenes and being consultants, and they were name dropping William Gibson and
Yeah.
Charles
Hack-
Babbage and stuff. So I think it had some street cred too, even as goofy as it was. But yeah, I don't know. Hackers, it's amazing. Who saw it? Did someone go see it in 35 millimeter recently? Was it Luke, or
Oh
maybe it
no,
was just playing?
Yeah,
I didn't get to see it.
I didn't get to
I
see
haven't
it.
seen it in the theater.
I go see it in the theater. Yeah. So had everybody seen it before, or was this the first time?
Watching it for this was the first time for me.
Nice.
I saw it only one time before.
I'd seen it a couple times, but I think it gets better with each viewing.
Yeah, I
I
felt
mean, everybody's so lovable. Yeah, they're so over the top and goofy, and yeah. I mean, at the time it might have been a tad cringy, some of the characters, but I mean, I don't know. As time goes on,
I don't know,
I'm
it
cool. I'll let Matthew Lillard crash at my place for a couple days.
just encapsulates something special.
What's that?
It encapsulates something special.
Yeah, for sure. So yeah, who's your favorite character, everybody?
Ooh, probably Matthew Lillard in this. Like, he's just too good.
Yeah, he's pretty awesome.
He had good rollerblading skills too.
What about
Yeah,
you, Hayden?
probably Lillard when they're at the party and Matthew Lillard goes, "Yo, check out that pooper, man." It's one
Yeah.
of the best lines in the whole movie.
That's a good one.
Yeah, his style, that entire movie, the glasses, everything is
Yep.
just so perfect.
Yeah, I'll throw in a nod to Lord Nikon as well because I was a big fan of his. So. Yeah.
He's DJing. He's like
Yeah.
DJing at this party.
And he's got photographic memory. That's why he's Lord Nikon. So yeah, he can remember everything. And yeah, it's cool too. Like I had a lot of it was hacker like laptop stuff, but there's still a lot of the old school payphone stuff. So if you're into movies with payphones and
Yes,
that
and
sort of
beep-
ancient
she, like,
technology,
beep me.
Yeah,
She gets off the train, it's like, beat me.
so good. So how about the LaserDiscs? I haven't watched them. Did they look decent?
Yeah, I watched the Hong Kong one, and it looked pretty good. Like I was
Was it
surprised.
Panet Scan?
Yeah, that one
Yeah.
is. But like the others are letterboxed, and they look pretty decent. I mean, they're not like
Yeah.
super late, but they're not bad at all.
Yeah, I was surprised this was scope because I'd only seen it on a VHS tape before this, so I just thought it was going to be like 1.85 to 1 or something, and it was like scope, and I was like, oh snap! Check out the visuals on Hackers. Yeah,
This
the
is
US.
1.78. I gotta watch this and see how much different it is.
In my mind, I always see that US Hackers, and I always just think it's a gatefold, but it's not.
No. The picture's back.
In a perfect world, it should be a gatefold and like have I don't know what's on the second disc in my mind.
I just feel like
Special
it should have
features.
better sound. I listened to it in 5-channel stereo, but
This thing sounds pretty. I mean, I listened to it on the Blu-ray, but it sounded pretty cool.
yeah, I
Yeah,
like no,
the soundtrack is mixed in really well. So when there's music playing, you can feel
Yeah.
it, like it's good. So
Yeah, a lot of good directional surround stuff, and yeah, it's mostly music and kind of ambience and everything. But yeah, sounded great. I'll have to get a LaserDisc copy at some point, but it's a work in progress. I gotta hack into LDDB and
hack the
redirect one to me.
Change the price on one to like
Yeah.
$25 or something.
Exactly.
They're gonna be
Good
so
times.
be like, I didn't put that. It's deceased.
I mean, yeah, like it gets the points too for being like really about the hacking, like because there's a lot of other movies like war games that had hacking and
Yeah.
The Net had some hacking, but I don't know, like the entire plot of this movie is pretty much dedicated to it. So, like, go hacking,
And they make it look fun.
Yeah.
You know,
right?
I think back to being 3 in 1998. My family had a home computer, and they had one of those. I don't know if y'all remember Jumpstart, the
Hmm.
computer
Yeah.
games. It was basically like preschool level learning games for kids.
Nice.
Where my parents had to be in the right mood for me to be able to play that because exiting the game and ejecting the disc would cause our computer to blue screen and crash. So. So I think back to that, and I think, oh, this movie came out 3 years earlier. Very cool. I'm sure,
Yeah,
they make the computer stuff look very exciting, very exciting.
yeah. I mean, when this movie came out, I was using an Atari 1040 ST with a dot matrix printer, and
yeah, this came out before we even had a computer. Like it was one of those things that like, oh, the school has like 2 of them in a classroom.
Yeah.
yeah.
My school had computers.
My roommate had a modem. I didn't have one either. So I was like, if I ever wanted to go online, I'd have to like bust in my roommate's room and be like, I want to read about theories of Pulp Fiction Easter eggs on Usenet or something. Let me in there. But yeah, I couldn't do it on my own.
and
You
hope you could download the transcript.
Oh man, I would download so many stupid like people would translate song lyrics and like post them on sites like they were official. And it'd be like, sick, they got all the Corn lyrics from the first album. Now I can find out what Jonathan Davis is really saying. Let me print all these out, bro.
Yeah.
And then come to find out it was just some kid trying to like transcribe them on his own. But, yeah.
Yeah, unless he like was able to have them from the actual like insert because this would have been pre like MP3 piracy, like
Yeah.
a little early even for that. So
Yeah. Yeah. We still had to make tapes for each other and stuff like that. What was Matthew Lillard's mixtape? It was like people who died of, it was like overdoses or something, but it was like something very specific.
Oh, I loved it being outside of that place.
It was like people who like choked on their vomit or something.
yeah,
He's like,
It was
Jimi
so
Hendrix.
I liked when they were sitting at that round table and he just kept pulling books out of his bag and
Oh
then like
yeah.
and then Crash just knew everything that he was pulling out of his bag, but I didn't understand what they were like, what those books meant at all, like to the plot at all, why the scene even existed. But I was just like, what is why he keeps pulling books out?
Yeah, that was like entirely to provide street cred for the film because that was like all real stuff and that was just all nerd candy for real hackers. It'd be like to prove that this movie and the characters in the movie knew their stuff. So it's like they're just gonna hit you with like 10 books that are like kind of like hacker, classics or whatever. So he just
We
reads them
sent
all off.
our best intern to the store with a list of books, and he
Yeah,
came back with them,
came
and
back.
here they are.
Yeah. Oh, there's a new hacker joining the team. Hello there.
My hacker in training.
Good job.
Hack the planet.
Yeah.
He refilled me.
Oh, wow. You got an assistant and everything. But yeah, I don't know. I enjoy this movie more and more as time goes on, so I can't really say anything negatory about it.
There's lots to see in it. I like all of the specific individual environments are all great, and I love anything that has like really like that particular hangout place is extra special. As
And
just
there's so much in there.
Oh,
Yeah.
so good. Just to be playing a video game so large that no one has anything else to really look at but you either killing it or sucking. Like,
Yeah. And when you win too, like you just don't get a simple like, put your initials on the screen. It's like this super animated like thing with your name and stone like crushing all the other names that came before it, and like this is totally realistic. I'm down.
yeah.
So much fun. But yeah, I always wonder, how do these people have time? Because it's like they're all high school students.
They're not they're
Matthew
hacking the
Lillard's like making mixtapes and stuff, and like they're
Well, they
hacking
don't
that
have to
stuff.
worry about studying. They can just hack their grades to be whatever they want. They don't have
That's
to
true.
do anything. They
100%.
Yeah, there's a little bit of leeway there. I'll give you that. Why didn't they make? Supposedly there's a sequel still in progress. I don't know if it'll ever happen.
Yeah,
But-
like I don't know how you could do that. Like, would you bring back any of the original cast? Like, you'd almost have to, but
Lillard would
they're
totally
old.
be down. He'd be there in a second.
100%.
100%.
Maybe he'll be like their mentor or something, like a new breed of hackers. Yeah.
Joey could come back. He still looks the same.
Right? Yeah. Yes. So we'll get them back. Angelina probably will be missing in action.
That's insane. That'd be kind of insane if she came back for a Hackers too.
That would be cool. Yeah.
It should be the entire cast, and Fisher Stevens should be coming back for revenge.
Yeah, like he's just getting out of jail or something.
And he's still wearing the same fur coat, and
Oh my gosh.
He gets out of jail, and he very loudly in front of the guards is like, "Now for my revenge plan," just letting them know exactly what he's going to do as he's walking down the halls.
he picks up his belongings, so his skateboard's right there, so he skates out of prison. Love it. That guy is so great. Like, yeah, he's really not worried about anybody foiling his plans. And even when everything kind of goes a little sideways, but then he's like, no, we won. And he just assumes they're going to walk off into the sunset until Matthew Lillard goes and, ruins his whole thing. I love a good movie with a live broadcast, with like unveiling the evil plan.
Yes.
Even better if you have to hack into something to transmit.
So good.
We need more of that in real life. Like, I've never tuned on, like, to watch like Thursday night CBS, and like some kid shows up and tells me about some evil corporate plan that he just figured out.
I know, he's like literally on like a Sony TV in like the middle of like Times Square, and people are just like, who are any of these people? Like, I can't, like, you're on tourist on vacation, you're like, what is happening right now?
Most of these people don't even know how to turn a computer on. Like,
Right? Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. The guy at the very beginning when he's hacking the TV station and he needs like the modem number, and like he's like, "Oh, I really don't know anything about computers." Like,
That was good. Yeah, that scene was like pretty much lifted from Manhunter, because Hannibal Lecter does the same thing in that, when he's like, "Oh, I bet there's a box there that has the number on it. Why don't you just read me that?"
yeah.
But yeah, it gets into the real kind of social engineering thing. Sometimes you don't have to hack stuff. You just have to hack some lazy security guard and just
I mean,
con
that's
him
what
into.
most
You just
hacking
gotta riz
is,
them up.
social
Yeah.
engineering. Like, if you think about it. So
Yeah.
like the best hacking, you're not like necessarily like legitimately breaking code. You're breaking people.
Yeah. And I still don't know why that was Acid Burn's turf. Like, she had already staked her claim on that like TV station's VHS supply, but
Like
Well,
how,
she wants to watch something else, and he
Yeah.
screwed whatever she wanted to watch.
he
so.
wants to watch Outer Limits or whatever. Yeah. Then the claw machines have a battle as they're like hacking each other.
Yeah, which like basically is just like a tape library for backups, but instead it's for like a TV station. I'm like,
Yeah.
few TV stations have that.
Yeah, I don't know.
Even back then, like
It's 95, man. Anything can happen.
Obviously, the only critique I have would be that the TV station should have been using LDs for all their stuff.
Yeah,
True.
I was going to bring that up. There was a serious lack of LaserDisc technology in this film.
This is a pretty low tech movie, actually. Now that I think about it.
Yeah.
I thought, was there one scene with Laserdisc in it when there was like they were like on like a street or like there was a bunch of tables and I thought there was Laserdisc.
There's one guy, and it looked like he was selling records or something.
Oh, okay.
But it could be. I'm gonna have to look at it again. I was trying to listen to it because one guy asked, and I thought he was asking for Rush records because I like, do you have any Rush or something? But then it goes to Matthew Lillard selling his bootlegs
Yeah.
mixes like really fast. So I was trying to figure that out. So I mean, in my mind, they could be Laserdisc.
True.
And if anybody had laser discs, it would have been Angelina Jolie because she had that really nice computer. So I bet
dude.
that, like if we got more of her house, like they had a home theater with laser discs.
And she probably had like an industrial model with like the cable connected to her laptop so she could run educational laser discs or something.
Or she had like a W2, so she didn't have to get up and flip.
Or she had one of two Laserdisc burners.
Ooh, dude, yeah. That'd be good.
That'd be pretty good.
I love too that they hide the diskette like what behind a condom machine
Yeah.
in the bathroom.
She had to go get it.
Yeah. There's all these guys just
That
standing
place
looking.
that I put something one time.
Yeah.
She knows exactly where that is.
There was an interview on the Blu-ray with the guy from 2600, Emmanuel Goldstein. He said that they never go back to the Phantom Freak. Like he's still in jail.
That's
Like
true.
they never show him getting
Yeah, he
released.
doesn't get out by the end.
Yeah,
I know they let Joey out, but they never
right.
let him out. That's
Okay,
that's,
actually, the sequel should start with him getting out.
All right. Yes.
Him getting out of jail.
the sequel is just him from freaking Con Air. That's how he ends up on Con Air.
Synchronicity, man. So good. Yeah. Yeah, we love it. You should get a copy of it. Buy it for your friends. Do you have any for sale, Rand?
No, that whenever I get it, it's gone. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, same.
and sealed copies are insane now. Like, it's just, it's weird. I mean, I think it's bigger. Like I said, it's bigger now than it ever was. Like,
Does
all
the
the people
Japanese
who
one
get
have
it.
something different, or is it pretty much
No,
the
but
same?
it's got a cooler cover. Let's be honest. Like,
It does.
US cover's okay. It's got floating heads, but this is like a hacker floating head, which is just
Very
way
cyber.
cooler.
Yeah.
And then this is the Hong Kong disc, which I got, and like somebody tried to like offer me a lot for this, but I'm like, no, it's too cool. You got kind of like the same look, but you've also got like guy pointing a gun. I think
Yeah.
Mark Ant. Yeah,
That's
that's
him. Wow. Yeah.
yeah. So he made the cover in Hong Kong, which is
Wow.
cool.
Yeah.
But again, this is like a better cover than just like floating heads in the background. Cool.
Yeah, and it's one of
Welcome
those
to
lame
US.
covers where you can it's very obvious they designed it to be cropped for VHS. So
Yeah.
it's really just a skinny little design with some excess fluff on the sides.
But it does have the kind of file kind of structure there at the top. That's pretty clever.
Yeah, and I think this is more like the movie poster that came out. Like,
Yeah, I
like,
remember
this was
that.
part of the marketing.
I like the yellow floppy on that too. That's so sick. On the
Oh
front.
yeah, like that's what says 25th anniversary edition and stuff.
Is that a
It's-
double disc or
Yes, it is. It's
nice?
And then each one has like photos,
Oh, sick.
and it's
That's
got a nice write up on like how
Damn.
the music that they put on here was kind of ahead of like the bands getting popular, the few bands that did
Hmm.
like explode. Like no one knew Massive Attack in '95 besides Sam.
Besides me, yeah. Oh man,
And then,
no
yeah,
protection.
like look at that like
Oh,
photo
so
that they've
sick.
got. So like they did a really good job on this soundtrack. I bought it and I'm like, oh, this is gonna be cool. It's just black vinyl, but it's still
I'm good.
really
Yeah.
nice. And now like they never repressed it from record store day, so people pay stupid amounts.
Nice.
There's a nice gatefold in there, but I never cracked the shrink because I'm one of those people.
Oh, you don't open it? Yeah.
I've never liberated it. Well, I don't want to lose the hype sticker.
Resale value?
No, the
No,
hype.
the hype.
Oh, I
sticker.
always cut off my hype stickers and I
Yeah,
just
see,
like store
I
them.
lose them.
Yeah.
I have kids. Like I got to keep everything as clean as possible.
Yep. Yeah. I mean, record collectors, we do nerdy stuff, so
Oh
I
yeah.
gotta save my hype sticker. But yeah.
But yeah, like I paid $35 for a double disc on Record Store Day in 2020.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah, and I think about that now, like that fall they were like $50 for the same thing because of COVID.
Yeah.
It's like, man, good times. But yeah,
Yeah,
I recommend tracking down the full soundtrack. It's really good.
Yeah, I mean, so many great jams on there. So
Yeah.
And I think
you'll
there's a
dig it.
CD too. Do you want like the smaller, more portable?
Yeah, there was like 3 volumes, like even kind of starting back in the day. It was like Hackers Volume 2 with like songs inspired by the movie and songs that were in the movie. So, but yeah, good times. So yeah, we have determined that Hackers is one of the
Top.
10 best films. Yep.
It's a hacking good time.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. You guys want to do some pickups, or do you have more hacking to talk about?
Ooh, I think we got pickups.
We probably have pickups.
All right, cool. I can do some pickups. See what I got. Boop, 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 boop. Let's go out of order here. Ryan sent some goodies. What did he send me? What's the name of this one? You remember this one?
Is it Angel's Fury?
Yeah, I think it's Angel's Fury. Yeah.
That one's
So-
pretty cool.
I mean, she's pretty pissed off.
Great cover
So-
art, too.
Yeah. This one just says Network Kingdom, but I don't think that's really the name.
I can't remember what that one's called. That one,
Yeah.
like the disc looks okay, but that jacket is
pretty beat.
just thrashed. Is that like the violin one? Doesn't he have a violin in his hands or something? Or is that a
Yeah.
sword?
No, it looks like. Oh no, it's the sword. Yeah, sorry, but it
I
looks
can't
like a
remember
violin.
what that one is.
Yeah. What's it say here? Legend. It might be. Is it Legend of the Wolf? Maybe. No, the next one's Legend of the Wolf. I don't know. It might be Desperate Duo. I'll check it
Yeah,
out.
I'd have to look it up by like the code on it.
This one's Legend of the Wolf. So
Yo,
that looks pretty fun.
Yeah.
great.
I don't know
looking cover.
what's going on over there, but I don't know. It's got to be good.
Terror.
And Ryan hooked me up with Iron Monkey 2, which I've never seen.
Wow.
Everyone says it's not as good as the first one, but Donnie Yen's in it.
Yeah, it was made for TV. I
Yeah.
need to see it too.
I like his hand position.
Yeah, what was? Yeah, he's like doing some gang signs or something.
Maybe it's like a special variant of martial arts where he,
Magic.
holds his fingers a certain way.
Is there any boobage on here? I think I went down to the archive and they had that erotic ghost story that I've been talking about. I
Oh,
think I mentioned this to Ryan a while ago. Any boobs on the back? I think we're okay. It's the backside. So I figured I'd get that just in case.
yeah.
You never know if you need to tell a story about ghosts.
Yeah.
Erotic.
I don't know why I didn't have this before, but I grabbed a cheap copy of El Mariachi. Everything was half off, so it was like $3, and it's not rotted, so even
Oh, that's
better.
awesome.
I already had the Japanese copy, but I want to get this because it has the commentary track.
Ooh.
And what else do we got? Jason K sent me some good stuff, including I didn't have Reanimator 10th anniversary,
Wow.
so I
Nice.
finally got a copy of that. I guess the cool thing to do is to go to a convention and get it signed, but I'm probably not gonna do that. Just gonna watch it. I think it was Barbara Crampton's birthday, either today or yesterday. So happy birthday, Barbara Crampton.
Love her.
And what else? Also, Japanese Friday Part 7, New Blood, with Firestarter versus Jason, classic release.
Yes.
That's
Uh,
this disc.
First Kane Hodder for Kane Hodder as Jason, I think. That was the first time he played Jason. All the Friday nerds out there can yell at me in the chat if it wasn't. Also, little Eagles DTS, Hell
Ooh.
Freezes Over.
Nice.
I didn't have this yet, so I'm going to be cranking this up shortly. And there's like 2 versions of this. I forgot what there's like some sort of error or something on the original pressing. Like the mix was weird or something.
Or was it like was there like a second track or an analog track that was screwed up or something? I don't know.
Yeah, maybe that was. I'll have to check LDDB, but yeah. So that's always cool. And I did, of course, take a listen to this guy, Crimson Tide DTS.
Nice.
Excellent.
I did buy this a while ago, and then the guy canceled the order. I think because I paid too little, and he realized what he had, and then said
Oh.
it's it's broken. So that was great. Jason hooked it up. And you probably can't see. Oh, look, there's a little black box. Where is it? There it is. Boom. Over there. Let me see if I can drag up a picture. Big Bill Enterprises drove through town
Wow.
with a Pioneer HLD XO. You probably can't see it, but I'll bring my phone up there. There we go.
Woo!
So
By
that's what
little
that.
black box, you mean ginormous, heavy black box.
Yeah,
Wow.
like it looks small directly behind me, but in the photo it looks more realistic. It is huge. It's like 18 inches by 18 inches by, I don't know, it's close to 10 inches tall. Like it is.
That's a microwave.
That
It
is.
Oh,
is, yeah. It's funny because my wife actually thought it was a projector because I
Yeah.
got that new projector recently, and she's like, "Oh, you got a new one already? Is it better than because that other one's awesome?" And I was like, "No, it's not. It's a laser display. It's like
Sick.
it's just the size of a tank." Yeah. So yeah, Bill hooked it up. He tuned it up and everything, and he was coming down my way for Christmas family events. And so yeah, I got to plug it in and get it all set up in the system. So that's my final LaserDisc related pickup.
Hell yeah, that's sick.
We've
So
done
the Hell Freezes Over had two different things. There was a wrong chapter index on the jacket that they fixed,
Okay.
and then there was a incorrect sound mix. So like there's a early mix that was not the final mix that was on
Mhm.
like the first pressing. So you'll have to check and see if you
Yeah,
got first
I'm
pressing or second.
gonna crank that up like really quick. Like right when I hook up the XL, I'll take that for a spin.
Ooh,
So yeah,
That'll,
thanks to Jason for hooking me up with those.
that'll
nice.
sound awesome.
Yeah, that's gonna be sick.
Yeah, digging it.
Player
I
right
like
now.
screwed up the order on my pickup, so I gotta get
Uh-oh.
this ready.
You got to like save the heaters for last.
Well, I got a little bit different. I mean, it's not, but it is. So here we go. All right, let's start it off. I picked up some wrestling discs from Japan.
Wrestling.
I didn't know this existed. This is Frontier Martial Arts Wrestling.
Oh,
Basically, they like started the death match. Like, so I'm interested to see who's on it. It's mostly Japanese guys, but like some of the legends from the US made it over there, so I don't know who all's gonna be on it. And then I picked up a disc I've been after for a long, long time. It's the Road Warriors. They had a
Ooh.
Japanese only disc.
Oh,
So literally, it's just like a bunch of Road Warriors matches. So I'm guessing it's just Japan footage. So it's going to be interesting. But it looks like it's two discs or two sides. So it's going to be a lot of Road Warrior Animal and Hawk. So. And then I finally got a US disc that had been unobtainium for me. I had bought it once and it showed up cracked, and the seller was just like, "Yeah, that happens sometimes." And I'm like, "You sold me an expensive disc and packaged it like garbage," and you're like, "Oops." But
Yeah.
this time I got it, so I finally have Half Baked. I did not have it before this,
wow.
so really happy about that. It was
Nice.
one of those discs that I'm like, I'm never gonna get because it just keeps going up in price, and every time I've tried, I've failed, been outbid, or they show up broken. But I did it, so
Yay.
now I don't have to collect anymore.
Yeah,
And
you're
then
shut off, right?
yeah, and then I got some random crazy foreign stuff. So this one's Personal Vendetta.
Ooh.
It's got Mimi Lesios and Timothy Bottoms.
All right. I know Timothy Bottoms.
Domestic violence used to mean battered women, but they haven't met Bonnie.
Ooh.
It's a interesting tagline to use, domestic violence, but it is
Yeah.
what it is.
Leading with that.
It was
Yeah.
the 90s.
Got a nice thriller here, The Fatal Image. I have no idea exactly if there's anybody like well known in this. Justine Bateman. Okay. So
Wow.
there's a name I recognize. You never know with these. So that looks cool. Got The Hunted. Check out this just
Ooh.
jabroni with a gun. Like he's
Yeah.
not even like holding it well.
It's like
It
random,
looks
like
Love
at
that.
an
Yeah,
angle,
his
sideways.
finger is on the trigger.
Yeah.
So there's no trigger discipline. And then on the back you got some awesomeness going on. So
She's on the
a lot of
floor.
action.
That's sick.
Yeah, it looks pretty cool. A little bit of Teenage Bonnie and Klepto Clyde.
Wow.
Is that
Yeah, you know.
Scott Wolf?
Oh my God. Now I'm not
Uh,
Bonnie and Clyde
That
complete.
is Scott Wolf. Yep.
Hell
yep.
yeah.
My
So-
God. I need another Bonnie and Clyde now.
Yeah. This is definitely a, I want
That's
to say Singapore. Nope, this is Hong Kong pressing. Century.
Huh.
Century is Hong Kong. So picked up a rare version of tunnel vision. There's like
Ooh.
a US one that I've never found, but this is like Singapore pressing, so it's pretty cool. Beware, I'm going to make you cry. That's the tagline.
Wow.
Wow.
I mean, at least he's upfront about it.
Yeah.
Or she. I don't know who's saying
And
that.
it's just a movie about them giving some bad news.
Yeah. No.
Executive Target.
Mm.
This one
Best
is pretty
kind.
cool. It's got some people in it. It's got Matthias Hughes in it, so you know it's going to be good. He's probably going to be a bad guy.
Looks like Michael Madsen.
Yeah, it might be, but there's like no names on it.
Yeah.
But this is a Taiwan pressing, so that'll be cool. A Chill in the Air.
Oh.
This is an interesting movie. It's kind of like a thriller with some action sequences. I put this one on. It was
Huh.
all right.
The guy on the cover looks kind of creepy. He's like gonna shoot you, but he's also probably gonna like touch on you.
A couple more that I'll show off. Max and Jeremy. That's Christophe Lambert.
Wow. The highlighter himself.
Yep. And I believe it's in English. So.
Or sorry, Raiden. I don't want to.
Yeah.
I gotta go with this more popular role.
Yeah, totally. You don't want to go all the way. A couple others I'll show off. Nice Zone 39. You know. Trust no one. And then it's got like a whole bunch of text to read on this side.
Yeah.
So I'm
Zone
not.
38 was great, so I'm sure this one will be even better.
Yeah, and like it tells you the entire movie here. So
Perfect.
always good. And I got a Hong Kong one from Luke if I didn't lose it or misplace it, which I probably did. Let's see.
Oh no. It's behind that Corey Hart 3-inch CD or record.
Hey, don't mess with my Corey Hart.
Sorry.
Do I have it here? No? Wait, yep, here we go. I did lose it. This is Slave of the Sword. It looks like
Ooh.
spicy swordplay and other things going on. So nice
Oh,
cat.
that looks fun.
Yeah, Luke found it at one of his random haunts. He's like, "Do you have this?" I'm like, "No," and this doesn't exist on LaserDisc database, so double win.
Yeah.
And then I got three more.
All right.
I'm a big fan of the Black Cobra series. I finally found Black Cobra 3
With Fred.
with Fred Williamson. Yep. And they really want you to know the Manila
Damn.
connection. Yeah. So
Wow.
yeah, really excited to finally get that one. I think I am Black Cobra complete now.
Wow.
And
Are
then
you Fred Williamson complete?
I don't know. Like
Yep.
that's hard to do now because you can't search by it anymore.
Yeah.
Stupid IMDb
Wow.
BS. Anyways, I had to add this one to LaserDisc database. This is Cyber Zone with Matthias
Another
Hughes.
cyber I need.
Yeah, new cyber movie added to the database.
So much cyber.
Zone.
Oh my God.
And then I found something that I didn't think existed on LaserDisc that does, and it's Forest Warrior with Chuck Norris. I had to add this to LaserDisc database as well.
Man, that bear is about to
Legend.
go
So-
Give
at
him a
him.
hug.
Yeah.
You can apparently like control or become animals or something. Like,
Yeah, it looks like a spirit bear kind of thing going on there.
yeah. So like
The bear's going, don't shoot, don't shoot.
and it's like a kids movie too.
Don't
So, like,
tease me, bro.
Yeah, so it's gonna be like,
Oh, it's not
Dumb,
a kid's
and I'm
movie.
gonna love it. But I haven't seen that one yet, and I'm like,
Nice.
hey, that's not something that existed. So I picked that up, and it showed up, and one out of the 2 copies that I got was playable, and the other one like just stops it for like 20 minutes. It's just like, nope, sorry. So
Damn.
Damn.
it is what it is. But I got one good one, so I was happy. So now I can say it exists and blow up the spot for everyone. And now people are going to be searching for Forest Warrior for the next 20 years.
Oh yeah. There's gonna be like a guy in like
Not worried.
Macedonia that's mad at you now because you outed that it exists.
Or Yoda's gonna like congratulate me
Or
for
him, yeah.
finding it or something. Fuck off. Anyways, I will pass it off to Maxine.
All right. I have some good stuff. I have some scream and holler titles, and he's not here to scream about them.
I know. Spiritually, he's there with us.
Yes, I know. Okay.
Screaming
He'll
from
sense
a
it
distance.
wherever he's at.
Can we all
Yeah.
just add random screams?
Yeah.
He's at a movie theater just, Maxine, I can't believe it.
Oh my god. Okay. Well, I have lots of Ryan-tastic ones here.
Yes.
Motorcycle. I was
That
just.
one's
I mean,
great.
it did. I needed nothing to be sold on this. I was just immediately yes. This is. I'm sold. 100%.
Damn, that looks awesome.
In
That was
on
a
it.
great find. It's ridiculous too.
Desert
Yes.
kickboxer.
I'm getting close. I think I only need a few more kickboxers.
Man, I didn't realize they had kickboxers in every kind of region like
I
this,
think
like
it's
desert
pretty reasonable.
kickboxer,
Yeah.
like forest kickboxer,
Yeah.
And then I think
Arctic
there's a
kickboxer.
kickboxers tiers, and then there's
American.
kick space boxer, king of the kickboxers.
Virtual
Ooh, yeah.
kickboxer. I mean, basically.
Ooh. With
Dudikoff.
Dudikoff.
And
Yeah,
then
that
this
wins on
guy.
multiple fronts. You got your virtual, you got your Michael Dudikoff, like all of the good things.
It says Die Hard meets Blade Runner, so I mean,
That sounds great to me.
100%.
what do you need? Like, it's probably got Christmas too.
So you need all the virtual movies and all the cyber movies now.
Yes, I'm going for that. I
All
want
right.
all. But and
It's
now
probably a Christmas movie. They probably got Seattle in it. It's probably
Yeah.
got everything.
you're so sick. Okay,
Plus,
that's
that one, I believe, is called Cyberjack in Japan. So like
Oh yes.
the same
Yeah.
movie as Cyberjack. So like they covered both bases between
Oh,
international
perfect.
and US
It's
titles.
both virtual and cyber. Yes. Okay.
Duofecta.
And Dudikoff. Okay, this one's sick. Let me take it out of the stone sleeve.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So
I've been
good.
wanting this for so long. It's so silly.
Good old double trouble.
Oh, I love it. I'm very excited for that. That was big heat. I got blessed with this from Ryan.
Oh, animated turtles.
Oh
Nice.
yeah, you won that on the whatnot, didn't you?
I did.
Yeah. I'm
It
so
was-
happy that somebody got it that like is gonna appreciate it.
I mean, Attack of the Big Mac and pizza. I was just like, and it's turtles. Woo! I don't care about the cover's condition. I just wanted it. I got fast gun, not slow
Yeah.
gun.
Wow, he looks pretty like stationary, but
That's
I guess he's that fast.
that's Deathstalker.
Oh,
Is
the
it?
same dude?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Rick Hill.
Hell yes, it
Rick Hill.
is. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
But it's our little New Horizons there, so.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. No, that's good stuff.
And another little peek there. We got Dracula Rising.
Oh yeah, I've seen that cover before. Never watched it
Roger.
though.
Roger Corman.
Hell yeah.
So you know it's gonna be freaking a good time.
I always see that dude on the cover and think it's Anton Sandor LaVey from the Church of Satan, but I think he's just supposed to look like him.
I've got finally,
Oh shit.
Yeah.
The LaserDisc.
yes.
I don't have one of those either. With the
Ryan.
rock.
This is a Ryan one.
Yeah.
I'm
Go
very
Ryan.
very excited about that. A couple more Ryan ones.
Yes.
Ooh. Zabka-tastic.
You didn't have to tell me twice. Saw this man, I'm like, yes.
Plus it's got Ted Jan Roberts, like the
Yeah.
like kickboxer kid, basically.
Hell yeah.
Yes.
Chain of command. All right. There's like a flaming bullet.
Okay, these are the screaming hollers here.
Oh damn, broke down. That was a Sean
Sorry.
Gillette grail.
Oh my god! And then
Freaking out. Oh damn, some stigmata. Patricia Arquette fire.
that picture quality is just stunning. Like
I'm really excited to see it.
that's a really great disc. Sounds great, looks great.
I have never seen this because I was waiting to see it on laser, so
Oh, nice.
it'll be a first time watch and I'll be really
It's quality. It's not really a horror film, but
It just looks kind of scary. I've never understood. I just was like, you know what? I gotta see that.
yeah, it's like a religious thriller marketed as a horror film. But I mean, it's got Patricia Arquette in it, so it's got to be cool.
And I gotta end with the real Grail because I know you. It was a great But do you have Skateboard Kid? I don't think so.
Skateboard Kid 2?
I know,
Yeah.
it's Skateboard Kid too, yeah.
Wow, damn.
This is like, if this is anywhere close to freaking Magic Kid, I'm gonna
See,
be.
I
Looks like
mean,
he's doing a rock to fakie on the back there on that ramp. So
yeah,
this looks good.
he's like doing that trick over Mount Rushmore too.
Oh
Yeah,
my God.
I'm sure that happens in the
They
movie.
literally can't even believe it.
Yeah, they're like, "Oh my God!"
I think
Zong.
Jefferson believes it, but that's about it.
Yeah, he's like, "I've seen something."
Or is
like
this
that.
Lincoln? I'm sorry, Lincoln.
Yeah, Washington's like, "Is that a skateboard?"
He's nervous.
But yeah, Jefferson's really freaking out.
And that's a Malaysian release too.
It's yeah,
The huge Malaysian market for LaserDiscs.
and skateboarding.
Yeah.
Wild mix.
Serious piece here.
That's a great find.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, with all three of those, Chris was in the projection booth, and then all of a sudden he felt it.
He's just like shaking the projector.
Got rocked.
No, what are you doing to me, Maxine?
Oh my gosh, I know. He'd be in the shop.
Yeah, I can't believe it.
The ghost would be looking too.
You got any pickups, Hayden?
Hayden's got a few pickups.
Yes.
Good. Oh, good.
Got the Alien box set
Oh
Yeah.
yeah,
at long last.
that's a AC3 one, right?
Yes.
Yes. So now I can finally watch Alien 3 in better,
Yep.
slightly better quality.
Yeah.
And I had the THX Alien, but I didn't have the THX Aliens. So now I finally got that. And
Chaos.
then at the same time that I got that, I went ahead and got Alien Resurrection as well.
Of course.
Nice.
Seen part of this at some point, but I've never actually sat down and watched it. So I'll have to get around to that soon.
It's weird as hell. Check it out.
And then I got the Japanese widescreen Streets of Fire.
Ooh, fire, baby.
This- We
That's
watched
good.
this the other night. This was fun. My only critique is needs more Willem Dafoe, obviously.
Yeah.
The only critique I
that's
could possibly
every
have.
movie.
That's a nice
And
release
then I
on full
got-
cover.
Yeah.
Japanese letterbox King of Comedy.
Where's
Ooh.
Vinny when we need him?
I know, right? I need him to tell me how proud he is of me.
Yeah. You know he is.
And then I've been looking for this one for a little while, and there was a copy on eBay. That the cover wasn't great condition, but the seller made an offer to me of way lower than what he was asking. As Blur Showtime concert.
Oh, damn.
Wow.
So
I don't see that
Yes.
one often.
sound quality is great. Picture quality is not great. This is very
Yeah.
clearly like PAL video converted to
Sure.
NTSC and put on Laserdisc, but you know, the sound is what's important.
Did they play
So-
song 2?
I know they do not play songs.
Did they play girls and boys and boys and girls and
Yes.
girls and boys? Excellent. Good. I'm happy then.
And then this one is pretty cool. This is an 8-inch Godzilla vs. King Ghidorah making of the soundtrack. This
What?
is basically a little 10-minute documentary showing Akira Ifukube in the recording studio scoring the film.
Dude.
So, and
That's-
there's no talking or anything. It's just audio straight from the recording studio with footage of them recording, a little bit of behind-the-scenes movie footage. So,
I've never seen that
the
one
music is my
before.
favorite part of this movie. I'm not a fan of this movie, actually. So now I can enjoy it to some capacity.
That's
For
really
10 minutes.
Yeah.
That's
And, I think that one's not on LDDB, so I need to add that because I don't think it's
Ah.
on there. But it pops up every so often. There will be, you know, eBay listings, you know,
Yep.
from Greece and France that are like $8 million.
Nice.
But as far as LD pickups, that's what I got for now.
Hell
I'm
yeah.
enjoying the background behind you. I found your Braveheart, of course, as we all
Oh,
have
yeah.
to have a Braveheart. It looks like some Japanese special collection Star Wars is too, maybe. On the other side
Yeah,
here.
there's somewhere on there. Yeah,
That looks like 3 of
I
them.
haven't
Yeah.
seen Braveheart. I've had Braveheart like since 2014, and I've never watched.
I mean, you don't have to. You just have to own it.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
like a-
Common special.
Do what?
Do a common special. Watch
Yeah.
Braveheart.
Yeah, we could do that.
and
We
speed.
could like watch a movie that's like actually popular
Yeah.
or was
Hackers?
popular.
Hackers is extremely popular now.
I mean, it's more popular now than it probably was in '95, right?
Yeah, same with Super Mario Brothers. I
Yeah.
think it's more popular now.
Yeah, Mario's always popular.
I just realized we didn't address the fact that it's a Christmas movie because Lord Nikon says, "What? Your mom would give you a pewter for Christmas?"
Yeah.
So it counts.
Yep.
And it's also a slasher film, because I don't know how we make that connection, but it's called Hackers, of course. But
Yes.
I
They're
don't know.
hacking the planet into pieces, so they're slashing it up.
Was that all you got, Hayden?
Yeah, that's all I got for LD right now.
All right, sick. I guess we'll shuffle into some hot topics.
Love it.
Hot Topics
Were there-
theme song.
were there anything? I mean,
Was that Hot Topics? Yep.
hopefully you have some written down because
I mean, I've got a few. One was fun because Vinny, our beloved friend and mastermind behind LDF. Actually, Ryan does all the heavy lifting, and Vinny gets involved every once in a while. But he started fighting a guy, which is pretty rare. Like he doesn't really engage much if something just rolls off his head. If it's like water off a duck. If it's something that's like someone talking about aspect ratio, etc. But he really got riled up and was fighting this guy. So that was pretty fun. I think the thread's still there. I don't think the guy bailed or anything.
Wow.
He was posting a picture of Die Hard, and it was totally squished,
Oh,
of
that
course.
post.
Yeah. And Vinny was talking to him, and I think Jeremy jumped in. A bunch of dudes got in. The guy just dug in his heels. He's like, I think he was a projectionist. Like I was in the business, and I know widescreen means widescreen, and you don't lose anything. And they're like, dude, there's like different ratios. There's square TVs versus widescreen TVs, and like,
And also, like in that post, he had like a screenshot with Bruce Willis's face, then and also the photo of the cover with the exact same Bruce Willis face for reference.
Totally
and you could see
different
one of them look
proportion.
normal, and one of them looked like he got run over. Like,
yeah, he was really hung up on like the whole nothing from the image was missing. Like we're like, no, it's not. We're not talking about it being like cropped out or anything. We're talking about it being like pulled and misshapen. But yeah, he was not having it.
It was silly puttied into a different image, bro.
Yeah.
It was, yeah. But it was. I mean, I'm used to like people that are just like, whatever. Like I don't know anything about this, and I'm just watching it. But he was like, I am a master of cinema and image proportions, and I know everything about letterboxing and widescreen ratios, and this is perfect. Like Vinny was like, no, you need to fix your stuff, man.
sorry, dude.
Yeah, so shout out to Vinny for getting involved.
Yep.
Must have been the holiday spirit. Turned him into a Grinch. Started fighting people in LDF.
You can
what a-
desecrate all kinds of movies, but don't desecrate Die Hard in December.
Right?
That is so true.
Keep Bruce's proportions correct, bro. So much fun. Yeah, so aspect ratios. It's weird because people always post my video about aspect ratios. I'm like, I don't even remember what's in that video anymore. I should probably rewatch that because
Yeah, you're getting quoted a lot.
I get quoted on. I'm like, I don't know what is in that. I hope it's right. I don't know.
yeah, you just turn the camera on, you black out for a little while, and
I
then
do, yeah.
you get
I'm like-
some views pop up.
Tyler Durden takes over, and like all of a sudden there's like a whole like team of Project Mayhem dudes.
Oh my God.
I don't even know what I do most of the time. What else happened? Oh, Ryan, here's a good one. Someone wants to know what's the deal with all these Hong Kong discs that are split in two. It's like part 1 and part 2.
Yeah, I did see that.
They're secret sequels, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that confuses the hell a lot of people because they actually say part 2 right on there.
Yeah.
So it does kind of make it look like it's a sequel.
But yeah, it's totally just, rental market, and they could get double rentals for it
Yep.
and cash in. I feel like it would be a lot though to make up for on the cost, since like LaserDiscs weren't dirt cheap, but maybe they were a lot cheaper getting them in Hong Kong than we were paying here. I don't know.
Yeah, because I remember going to Tower Records and I wanted to get Drunken Master 2, and it was $80 here in the States for each part. So it would have been $160 to watch the movie.
You're not buying one part. Like,
Yeah. I always like when they have like 30 minutes on one disc and like a bunch of ads for like Maya or something.
or had like a song, like just
Yeah.
like, and
Oh
it
my
wasn't even like a song for the movie. It was just like
It's like, here's Jackie Chung singing a tune. Or,
They're like 3-minute long copyright screen.
Oh yeah.
yeah. Oh, yeah. Tons of copyright.
My favorite thing is that copyright screen always looks rotted. Like
It
it's always
does.
like
Mhm.
dropouts and shit in it, and then it
And you're
switches to the movie, and it's like, oh, the
You're like,
movie's
oh, it's
fine.
okay.
But you're like, did I get a Prinko pressing? Oh shit.
Yeah, it seems like if a movie was like big and popular, eventually it would get the single disc. It was like the, I don't know, like the PlayStation Greatest Hits. Like after a while, they're like, oh, you consumers can buy a
Here's
single
the
disc
gold
version.
disc.
Yeah. Have fun with that.
$90 for a gold disc.
But it gets like super goofy because a lot of times you got sequels, so it's like you got Feng Sayuk 2 Part 1 and Part 2, and like Feng Sayuk the first movie Part 1 and Part 2, and you're like, what the hell? Disc goes to what? I don't know. But so yeah, and then you have to deal with like people selling them. So a lot of people really don't know that those are part like a pair. So
Yeah.
sometimes you're gonna have to pay through the nose to get both parts on eBay.
Or like they have them on LDDB and each part is like $50 and you're like,
Yeah,
no.
Go together.
it's half a movie, bro.
Have a movie.
Oh man. I mean, like back in the day, you get pissed at the end and you just go to the rental store and be like, hook me up with more. But now it's like you're just like, where the fuck do I find part 2 of this? Like, I'm
Or they
screwed.
took the part 1 sleeve and like covered up the part
Yes.
1 part and reissued it in a single disc that way. They didn't even like make a new jacket or anything, and you're like, did I get the whole thing?
Feng Sayuk totally did that. They took
Yeah.
the part 1 jacket and they put a black bar over part 1. And they're like, now it's the full movie, but it looks exactly like I don't know, the split one.
Did they just leave the 25-minute runtime on the back and everything? They didn't fix any of that.
I should pull
Sometimes
it.
they would cover that.
I think they fixed it on the back too. Yeah. I should go pull
Or
that.
just
you
put a
get, like,
sticker on it that
high
says
scene sticker
longer.
over that spot.
Longer.
More.
Yeah.
More movie. Yeah. So sketchy. But anyway, so yeah, that's why there's part 2. So you can go and rent them twice as much, pay twice as much. But then again, yeah, like I said, the store would have to invest twice as much money into the discs in the first place anyways, but I guess I don't know.
Because like I don't know a whole lot about it, but wasn't like the Hong Kong video market, they kept doing video CD for like up until just a few years ago, right? So were things just expensive over there? Was it like DVDs and Blu-rays were like crazy expensive, so that was your only option to get a movie cheap, or like
It was like a weird mix of like the rental was hot because tape was gonna mold because
Yeah.
it's so humid. And then and then they just I don't know.
Plus, they
Just
had like in a lot of places you would rent the movie and watch it in a room there. So like they have a bunch of like TVs with the player, and so you'd rent it and go watch it there. So like there was that.
that sounds horrible, but also kind of cool.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, they didn't have a ton of money to like own a TV, a player, and get discs. So it was a cheap way, pay $1 and you and 8 people cram in a room
Yeah.
or
They
whatever.
like
should
the-
bring that back now. That would be fun, actually.
They
that was
have
like-
that at AMC. Like you can rent a whole theater for
True.
Yeah.
like $150 or whatever. Which, when you think about it, with 10 people, that's not bad.
We could watch a Dudikoff film at Cinemark.
Yeah, I don't think they let you pick good movies though. Just like they're like heavy hitters or great.
Pre-supplied, yeah.
It's not like a list of like 400. You're like, oh yeah, I want C3, which is platoon leader.
My favorite story is in Russia, you would the bootleg market, like there'd be a dude with like a tape and you'd like, I don't know, like go in the back of a van or something and watch a copy of Waterworld out of order.
Ooh.
And then like and you're like, this is amazing.
That is rough. Oh,
So yeah, can we do some like van screenings? Like set that up. That's like the ultimate micro cinema. Just like watching kung fu movies in the back of a van.
We could all get together at a hotel and do a screening.
I mean, it's been
True.
done before in LDF.
I know.
yeah. In
I'll
Sweden.
say maybe let's not do the van. Someone tried to do a LaserDisc bus once, and that didn't go anywhere good.
We don't talk about that.
Yeah, we can't talk about the bus. Yeah. Here's a good one. Because we got some sellers in here as well. What's the well, it's not really ethics. I guess it involves business, so it's ethical. What's the kind of ethical position on bragging about how cheap you get stuff in LDF when you're about to sell it? Like, should you just keep your trap shut
Yes.
about the deal you got?
I mean, like,
Rude.
you're just asking to get lowballed. Like, if you got something cheap, don't tell anyone. Like, if you're a reseller, don't like advertise it. Like, just do whatever, but don't be a douche about it, because everybody's gonna be like, I don't like that guy.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
I mean, I figure if you get a personal copy really cheap, you can go on and like brag about that because it's like you're keeping it, whatever.
But don't be like, oh, I
just
got these discs for $2 each, and then like 2 days later, while your post is still up,
$750.
50,
Yeah.
75,
Yeah.
200.
Yeah, it's like you can do that. Just don't be surprised when everyone dunks on you and no one wants to buy it. And then
Yeah.
you don't sell the discs.
Like, have some tact. That just feels like not like
Yeah.
no.
I mean-
Sick ROI.
I mean, businesses buy things in bulk and they get discounts, and they don't come at you like, "Hey, do you know how little we paid for this crap that you're about to buy?" Yeah.
We just bought this guy's collection for $50, and now all these discs are 25 each.
Yeah.
You're not gonna tell you that,
Right.
No. You're just gonna be like, yeah, we got some new stuff in, and you're like,
Yeah.
cool. Like,
Let me thumb through. Yeah. So, all right.
Take your
Cool.
margins to the grave with you.
Yeah.
Exactly. Print that on a
Do it.
t-shirt. I like that. Sick, or I need the sick ROI post. I think I can put that in.
Yeah.
Post-production. Let's see what else. There was a big talk about the Kramer, for all you Kramer fans. Again, the Kramer VP728 is the quote-unquote wrong Kramer. So just a public disclaimer, you're supposed to get the VP773. That has the good comb filter, or the VP460, or any of the ones I think at the 770 line. But that has the same comb filter that's in like the Lumagen and the the eval board and everything like that. So just
Nice.
public
blowing up my
disclaimer.
spot.
Yeah. So, are you working on some? I mean, they're still pretty cheap because everyone's
No,
buying
they're cheap.
728s. So, I mean, we're trying to manipulate the market right now. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah, totally.
I'm going to sell a big pile of 773s this weekend. Yeah.
Hack the planet.
Yep. Let's see what else. Yeah, and if you're an LDF, don't post live auctions. There was a guy who posted a Goodwill auction that turned sideways a little bit.
Unacceptable.
I forget I think it was a player.
Your spot.
I didn't even see it. It was gone before I saw his like, oh, I realized I should have done that.
Yeah.
It's like, duh.
I mean, yeah, to be fair, it's like he didn't notice or he didn't understand at first and he doubled back. Yeah, shut it down. But
Usually if I see those, I delete them right away and like tag the rule so that they know.
yeah,
But yeah, especially if it's something good. If it's something that's like, why are you posting this? I'm like, are you the seller? Like,
well, yeah. Sometimes it's promotional. Yeah,
there's the one guy who will post like his common auctions that are like $1.99. And he'll just randomly post like 3 of them in over the course of a week, and you're like, and you're looking like his name matches like the seller name on eBay. It's like, what? Like, and
Yeah.
it's like Fantasia for $1.99 plus shipping. And it's like that you think that LDS can be like, oh man, we are all over that. Like,
Yeah.
whatever.
I mean, LDF's like, I mean, Whatnot pretty much ruined LDF for sales anyways. I know Vinny's been complaining about that.
Yeah,
he-
I mean, that's not a bad thing because like I hate seeing the same 5 sales posts over and over again, or they're like updated content and it's the same
Yeah.
26 discs and they threw like one in at the end or one in at the beginning that's different, and you're like,
I mean, still looking at my feed, it's pretty much all like the same sales posts over and over again, but it's good.
Yeah.
I know I don't like that either, but I mean, I post in there monthly on stuff, and it's different every single time. Like I'm
Yeah.
always putting different stuff, and because like
It's like themed for what month it is or whatever. Yeah.
create
Yeah, but
things.
you're posting monthly, like
Yeah.
not like every day.
Yeah,
Like
that
the
drives-
one guy from eBay, it's like every day, like here's the same discs that I'm selling on eBay that
No.
I'm selling here, and my shipping's
Yeah.
$10 for one disc.
No. Like if you're gonna post your eBay, like say, hey, like I have some cool stuff on there, and here's my eBay username. Like, don't post like your live auctions. Don't post your stuff. Like, you can like, and realistically, don't even post it in that group. There's other groups that will accept that type of bullshit.
Yeah.
Like we really don't.
How's Whatnot sales? Like they're still pretty festive.
It's hit and miss. I mean,
Yeah.
I get rid of a lot of stuff on there, so I can't complain.
I like
Yeah.
the community of both sides of it. I love the group community, and I love the Whatnot people. Everybody in the chat is always cool. And I like that there's a lot of the same people that come and hang out in all the different chats.
Yeah. Plus, like, if somebody is being a douche, like people on Whatnot are calling them out for it.
Yeah.
Like, and if sellers are terrible, like people don't go back. They'll
Yeah.
have like 6 people watching their feed when like, a good seller's got 20 to 40 depending on the night.
Yeah.
And like it's funny. Like there's no loyalty if the person's not good. Like they just stop tuning in. So
Yeah. It kind of takes a certain type of person to be interesting on camera anyways, and then it's like, the stuff has to be good and the person has to be good in order for there to be a repeat.
Yeah.
So
I mean, I always watch Hayden's Ernest Borgnine nude pics, whatnot channel. I don't know how you got so many different Ernest Borgnine nude photos, but I mean, it's a good niche.
It's like they're generating. They're just the closet's full of them. Like y'all across the room, the door is bulging. Y'all can't see, but like I can't get rid of them fast enough.
I mean, I'll be on tomorrow night's episode, so looking forward to it. Good stuff. Let's see. Oh, another disc. Just disclaimer. A LaserDisc player is called a LaserDisc player, not a LaserDisc. So there's been a lot of that lately. Like, I got a LaserDisc,
no.
and they're holding up a Pioneer player.
The disc is the disc that is
Yeah.
LaserDisc. It's this.
You put it in the player. Yeah.
This
It's
is
kind of like how something happened where like now a lot of people who were alive during the days of VHS will refer to VCRs as a VHS, and it's like it's always been a VCR. You were there. You were older than me when this happened. Your brain
should
was more
know this.
formed. Your memory is better than mine from that time period. Like,
let them call it a VHS player, but it is
Yeah.
most certainly
yeah,
not
that's
A
acceptable.
VHS
a
tape player.
VHS.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
I got a VHS, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, yeah. So it's LD player. I think a lot of that started from that YouTube video, the woman who found a Pioneer. I don't know, she was in Japan or something. I found it like hard off or something and fixed it, which was amazing because she wanted to change the belt and she like disassembled almost the entire player and never got at the belt at all, but then discovered that the M holder was busted in the process. So the belt was fine all along, but then she knew a guy with a 3D printer and then got the files for the M holder gears and then reprinted it, and then it worked. So it was pretty amazing. But like, yeah, just I mean, the belt was there under the tray the whole time, and it's just like she just keeps disassembling the whole play. I was like, oh my god, I was just like on the edge of my seat the entire time. So I'm glad it works now. So
Yeah.
and still copies of Holy Virgin versus the Evil Dead available. So go out there and buy them.
There's a
I
lot
think
of
he said he's down to like 200 out of like 500 though, or whatever.
Jeez.
Supplies are limited. Get yours now.
500 is still baffling.
Go on eBay. Look that up. Hayden, are you out of the jacket making biz for that? Because somebody actually just asked me about it this week.
I was for a little while there were some change ups going on with my situation as far as printing, but that could change. So,
Okay, all right. I'll put
if
on the dark
if
web.
people
I'll
want to
be
hit
like,
me up, they can hit me up, and then I'll hit you up if anything changes.
Fair enough. Yeah, I mean, I don't want to ferry too many people to you, but every once in a while somebody watches that old video and is like, dude, where can I get one of those jackets? And be like,
Yes, I know, it's a sick jacket.
I mean, I know a guy, but I don't know if he's
As soon as I get rid
in
of
the
all
business,
these photos of whoever it was you said, then I'll
Ernest
get back
Borgnine.
on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I understand. Don't get high in your own supply. You just sell
Yeah,
the photos.
exactly.
You're not like a fan yourself. That makes sense. You guys ready for some
It's-
Grailwatch?
Oh,
Yes,
yeah.
yes, is my favorite.
Okay, sorry. Didn't mean to slam into Grailwatch so
That was
crazy
tough.
when we were talking about Ernest Borgnine there.
Love it.
Okay, so these are the Grails that I discovered from October 18th, I think was our last podcast. So sorry for the delay. But since then, these have showed up as Grails within LaserDisc Forever on Facebook. So Clerks is our first Grail.
I don't know. I don't think so.
I mean, I don't have it, but I'm not like actively, I guess, like hunting for it, I guess. So
It's gotten more scarce, but I still wouldn't put it in Grail territory.
okay.
yet.
All right, well, get ready for Mallrats. Grail, not Grail.
No, I think that there's just a desire to own Kevin Smith movies. That
Yeah.
does not mean Grail. Like I just looked Clerks right now. There's an auction at $15.
I could live with that.
Yep.
Chopping Mall.
Okay,
Yeah.
fine.
All right. 45-inch Sony Trinitron.
No. Like
Oh,
the older I get, the less appealing that sounds. By the-
45 inches? I think the largest tube set I saw was in the 30s. Like, that's a
if
monster.
that's real, like
Yeah.
that has to weigh like 700 pounds or something.
that literally sounds like a chiropractic expense that more than the TV could ever be worth.
Like your floor might buckle if it's on a second floor. Like,
Yeah, and if you bring it to a basement, it will never leave unless somebody hacks it apart into pieces one at a
Yeah.
time. Like, you know.
hackers.
You get that one girl from YouTube to disassemble it and rebuild
Yeah.
it upstairs. She'll probably find a problem you didn't know that it had.
What would you call it though? Because can't be a television. It's got to be like a video or I
TV
don't know.
player.
Yeah, I got a TV
Really
player.
fun.
Yeah. All right, back into the Grails. Level 42 live at Wembley Stadium, according to Vinny.
I don't even know who that is, but
I know that's a band. I know that's
Level 42 is pretty sick. Mark King was a badass bass player. They had like at least one hit in the 80s. Yeah.
no, there's
Yeah.
2 copies on eBay right now for less
Okay.
than or equal to $60. That's not a Grail. That's
All right,
just
Vinny's wrong. All right, according to some guy named Ryan, Mother's Day is a Grail.
it is for Tromo people. Like
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
it's really hard to find. So
All right, back into equipment. Pioneer DVL H9.
Yeah, I mean,
That's
it's definitely pretty dang hard to find. They come up, but
Yeah.
I'm
It's the
not
most
sure.
desirable DVL for sure.
Yeah.
yeah.
All right, how about this is actually described as a mini Grail. This seems to be a new trend from one of the posters. Night of the Demons is a mini Grail.
Isn't that like just doesn't that have a US release?
Yeah,
Yeah, I
it's-
think so. Yeah,
Yeah,
but
that's like
that
a isn't that like a $50 disc? Or did it
I don't know.
does that
I mean, but
change?
that's why it's a mini Grail.
I think I don't know about I don't like the terminology of mini grill. That's
Yeah,
very
I don't know.
Mini Grails, what? Just overpriced, not rare disc.
Maybe it's
The
like
last
a
3 copies
yeah.
have sold for less than $40. That's just I don't
Oh.
wanna pay money for a disc.
That's
it's
just
like trying to
cool.
make it a thing, like put the pussy on the chain wax from Key and Peele. Like, that's not a thing, but if you say it enough times, it becomes a thing. Yeah,
Like fetch.
So it's like fetch.
yeah, exactly.
Trying to make fetch happen.
Mini Grail.
Happen.
Yep. All right. So Night of the Demons getting shut down. All right, here's another mini Grail. The Roan Tooling Blacktop.
Okay, honestly, that I have very hardly ever seen copies of, so I would put that up there.
Okay, good. Yep.
There's a copy on eBay right now for less than $75 shipped.
Well, that's if
uncommon.
there's one though, is there only one?
Yeah, but like not many people want it. Like I don't think.
I need a copy myself. I don't know why I don't have one. I should
I
get
know
one.
it's a good
There's
one.
probably like
I
2
know.
or 3 on LDDB too.
Yeah.
It's
All
a
right, here we go. Here's one I wouldn't mind. Gary Newman, Berserker.
good- What? Yeah, that's Grail. For
Yeah,
sure. That's dope. Are you kidding?
I know. I don't have that.
I don't have
I feel
that.
sad.
I know, what the heck?
Yeah. The Paperboy.
Ooh.
People really want that movie. Like
That-
every time I've had a copy, it just gets snapped up.
Hmm.
And it's hard to find.
Yeah,
It's because
All
of the Baywatch tie-in.
I know.
Wait, which Baywatch actor slash?
Alexander Paul.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. If
All right.
there's a Baywatch actor or actress in the movie, automatically elevates its profile. I'm not gonna say it's a Grail.
Okay, yeah.
It's way
It's a mini
closer.
Grail.
It's
Yeah,
mini
yeah,
Grail.
exactly.
Fetch. Masters of the Universe.
Again, that's just a movie that's desirable. I don't think it's a
Yes.
Grail. There's multiple printings. Like I just
Yeah.
don't think people want to pay for it.
Yeah. I mean, I had one. I sold it.
Yeah.
Don't tell anybody. X-Men Animated Volume 1 and Volume 2.
That's pretty cool.
Okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
those are like impossible to find.
Yeah, that's pretty dang cool.
All right, here we go. A Grail demotion. Bad Moon has been demoted from Grail by a previous Grail owner
Wow.
because it's censored.
Oh, what? Oh my gosh. Yeah.
It's a
okay.
Singapore release, of course it is. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
understand what
It
you're
is.
buying and where it's coming from.
when Grails go bad, that's when you take a sip from the Grail, and then all of a sudden you start getting old and your skin falls off.
And I
Like,
mean,
no.
it's still highly desirable. I bet that if he wanted to sell it, he could get close to what he paid or more, depending. But
It's rare.
yeah,
It's a censored Grail, but it's still a Grail.
It's still
Mhm.
Grail. Just like Street Trash being
Yep.
censored, it would still be in Grail territory.
Ooh, Hayden's got a Grail. Streets of Fire widescreen.
Ooh.
Oh, I mean, the Japanese one was kind of. I'm not going to say hard to find. I searched Zen Market maybe 3 times before one popped up.
All right.
Mostly the pan and scan one
Yeah, that's
is
always
the one
around.
that comes up. But
Yep.
there's a US edition though.
And
I just
that's-
wanted this one for the cover. So
That's the Grail one was listed was the US one, but I'm assuming
Yeah.
don't think the Japanese
I mean,
one
I
is
spent
twice a
like
Grail.
I spent like I don't know $15 on it. Like
Yeah.
man. That's Grail.
That's Grail money right
I
there.
guess.
Yeah. All
Yeah.
right, here we go. Texas Chainsaw Massacre, but the Vestron version.
Ooh, honestly, that has become harder to come by. But
I don't think it's Grail. I think it's just it's gotten more expensive because people want it.
yeah.
All right. All right.
And
Yeah,
it's
need to
not
come
even
up with-
very aggressive.
nothing Vestron should be considered Grail. That's unhealthy for society. That's
It
I don't know.
is-
There's some of those Vestrons that people love. Yeah.
if I remember correctly, it's like really ass quality, isn't it? Like, isn't it like
I'm-
improperly framed or something?
I mean,
on
it's
top of it?
Vestron. It's got to be pretty ass.
Yeah, no, like it's bad.
It's kind of like that like grime print that when you want that kind of grime print, it's like it's Texas Chainsaw.
I mean,
and
yeah, if it would work with anything, it'd be
I
that
think
movie.
it's
Yeah.
kind of sick. So I mean,
like, look, I'll buy Vestrons. I have some Vestrons,
Yeah.
you know, but
Look-
like they don't need to be elevated to Grail status.
I know that's a tough place to put that when you know that the quality should not belong there. But the freaking covers are sick.
Hmm.
And like unlike I don't know, unlike
we have an Elite Entertainment version that's
Yes.
super nice, and then we
Yeah.
also have that Ultimate version box set
The
with
Japan,
kid art
yeah.
and shit. So it's
Yeah.
like,
And then there's the Japanese corner Obi-Wan.
oh yeah,
Ooh.
yep.
Ryan,
And-
can you hack into LDDB and change the update and say that the Vestron one is a squeeze disc?
oh my god.
Nobody will know.
If it's improperly put on the disc,
Yeah.
and you have to unsqueeze it because they fucked up the transfer.
Yeah, yeah.
Not a squeeze disc. They fucked it up because they were Vestron and didn't know what they were doing.
Exactly.
Best
Oh,
friend.
Also,
man,
the added
box is
resolution
fine.
doesn't really mean anything when it looks like it's being projected onto like crumpled up papyrus.
Yeah.
Love it though.
It's like we totally projected on a sheet in the manager's backyard, and then we filmed that direct to LD. All right, let's get back into it. Gummo, Grail.
People really like
Rare.
overpay for that, I think.
Yeah, and it wasn't even the HK Gummo; it was just the standard US one.
I mean, in terms of being able to find one, there's probably maybe one for sale, maybe.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it's
All right.
probably way overpriced. So you could get away
Yep.
with that one.
All right, act surprised. Our old favorite, The Matrix. Boom.
Mid.
Only because it's expensive. Like
Yeah.
that's what you're. But
Yep.
I bet you there's 47 copies for sale right now.
At least
Yeah.
5. The lowest quantity I've ever seen listed at a time is 5.
Yeah.
There's always 5 somewhere. So it's like it's the most common rare thing that there could be, but it's still it's like becomes randomly rare.
I mean,
When
if
there's
you
none
like,
listed.
if you like cool techno, you like cool sunglasses, and you like cyber stuff, I say just buy a copy of Hackers.
Yep. Yep.
Just
I-
saying.
Right now there's 9 copies of the Matrix for sale across
Yeah.
eBay and LaserDisc database.
Yeah.
And there are 232 in collections. That's just on LDDB. So that's a snippet of everything.
Mm.
So it's like it's not a grail, it's just expensive because people want it.
And
All
a
right.
pretty good number of people just find it.
Yeah,
Like,
still in thrift shops and stuff,
Every
right?
like couple 3-4 months it seems like somebody
so it
finds
must have sold pretty well on release, by
Yeah.
1999 US LD standards. Like,
I swear it was like regional because there's like some regions that it pops up like a lot, like in
They
half
got
price
2
books and
pressings.
stuff. Yeah.
Like there was a Pioneer and a Kuroe. So like
Yeah.
I'm guessing that like it
Yeah.
probably sold like all of the orders and then they restocked. 'Cause it
Weird.
was
Yeah.
Early enough that they hadn't cut production.
Wow.
But
All right, we're winding down. We're getting close to the end. All right, Pioneer HLD X9.
Wow.
I mean, it's really nice player.
That's a nice player.
All right, it's not as big as this guy,
No.
but
But
it'll
do
do.
you have an extra new in box laser for yours?
I mean, for this guy, why do you want one?
No, I'm just saying I have one for my X9 in case it ever
Oh, okay.
cracks.
Oh, you got like a bonus one.
Right up there.
Yep.
Thanks,
Yeah,
man.
how's yours? How's your X9 treating you?
Good. I only use it to watch like 2-sided movies or to make copies off, like when I'm giving Luke a DVD-R, because
What's your like daily driver?
my S2 for the most part,
Hmm.
and then I have
Good
my whatever R7G for everything that I watch, like with my wife.
Nice.
And
Hey,
then
did you ever get your music player fixed or?
No, unfortunately not.
No.
I know.
I just
Maybe
wanted to make you
someday,
cry.
but
I'm in the same
Sorry to
boat.
if
bring
it didn't cost so dang much to ship, then maybe I might have been quicker about that. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
if you ever
It's-
like make a road trip up this way, I sometimes get out by Sam. Not as much now, but
Yeah, I mean, that's really where it's at now is our kind of like our like country kind of transit line.
Yeah.
Like twice a year somebody drives somewhere that's useful. So you just gotta like make the connection.
yeah,
Sometimes
I'd like to get it working eventually. It was really nice while it lasted, but
yeah.
so much for that. My CLD 2090 is still working like it's brand new. So
yeah, that's
except for the
a
flip function,
workhorse.
obviously. Huh?
It's a workhorse player though, so that's nice.
Yeah, and it's nice too. The picture quality is smooth.
Doesn't it have the red laser?
The red lasers, baby. But yeah, put it on the Pioneer Express. Somebody will drive it somewhere, and then 8 years from now, you'll get it back.
Nice.
Perfect.
Or you only have to ship it back once or something like.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, back to the final two Grails. Mission Impossible 2.
I
That's a
mean,
good one.
that's fair. That's a fair grail.
Fair ground.
That one I feel like has come up more than I thought it used to, but
Yeah.
it's a gorgeous disc and it's so tacky.
Yeah.
And the final side has like what, only a couple minutes on it, right?
Yeah,
Or it's like the finale of the movie. Yeah.
kind of weird. Yeah.
And finally, Mystery Men.
Well,
Okay.
yeah.
Shout
Of
out to Haller and Luke, who we were
Oh.
having a Mystery Men chat today. And
Howard would be screaming about it.
yeah, hopefully he finished it. I don't know if he didn't mention if he finished watching it. I'm assuming he did. He was watching the 4K though.
Are you peeking in here? No, he's leaving.
Who was that?
No mystery men.
Is that a visitor? Is that a ghost?
Gyarados ghost opening the door.
Ooh, spooky happenings, paranormal events. Yeah. You heard us talking about Mystery Men. I was like, I need to get in on this.
Mm.
Anyways, I still need a copy, so if somebody out there has a line on it, let me know.
Man, I think I got mine from Peter in a trade.
That sounds right.
And I just I feel like that was so long ago now. I've had it for so long and I still haven't watched it.
It is crazy. Like a lot of the like the Peter trade stuff is like it's like going on 10 years now. I think
So crazy.
he jumped into LDF like, I don't know, 2014, 2015, something like that.
It's so
Yeah.
wild.
Yeah,
wild.
we were
And now he's on to 8K.
and yeah, now he's got a Kaleidoscape and he's into 8K and he hardly ever watches LD, but he still does every once in a while, even though he says he's out. But
He was
Yeah.
just living in Hackers in 95 and now it's going to be 25 and he's just got different glasses that are molded into his face and he's just
Yep. I've got so much old Peter gear in this place. It's crazy.
Yep, me
It's like
too.
half this stack is like old Peter gear.
I love it. I love it.
It's hand-me-down stuff.
I've got at least 3 or 4 things from Peter.
Yeah.
myself, so yeah.
And some of it's not direct either. Some of it's like he would send it to Bill, or like it would go to Ryan, to Vinny, to Bill, and then like it'd get to me, and like yeah, whatever.
Yeah, like I trucked that projector across the country.
Yeah, thanks, Ryan. Like that drove in Ryan's like boot of his truck or whatever. Like just
Yep.
freezing. Thanks, Ryan.
It was dry and it
Yep.
was free to ship.
Yep.
Like you can't beat that.
Yeah.
Way to go, Pioneer Express.
Yep.
All right, I think that's about it for Grailwatch and Hot Topics, unless somebody has to air any grievances.
I love it. I love
We're
Grailwatch.
doob free from LDF.
Oh, you kicked out the doob. Yeah,
I
that was a
didn't
hot
know.
topic.
He self-ejected himself.
Oh, he self-ejected. Yeah, the retro doob. Yeah, that was.
He had done something. I don't even remember what. And he just
Yeah, what
melted down.
he got in a fight with someone. What was it about? I can't remember.
He was mad at a seller, even though he ghosted the seller.
Oh,
and then,
for yeah.
and the seller's like, no, you ghosted me, and then started asking dumb questions, and then and then he started sending the seller pictures of things that he was watching randomly, like he was his friend. It was so weird.
I don't know. I never talk to eBay sellers or I don't know, sellers in general. Like I just don't want to bother anybody. Like
Well, that's
I
the thing. Usually if somebody's selling, they're not trying to hang out.
yeah.
Just
Yeah, it's like the drug dealer thing. Like they don't want the dude to come over and hang out all day and turn into a roommate all of a sudden. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know.
That's hilarious.
Unless it's that one movie where like the drug dealer's setting up the like holiday party and
Yeah. Or if it's like a Pineapple Express, like Franco situation, like, come
Yeah.
on, smoke the cross joint with me or whatever. Yeah.
He's like, man, he's like there for 3 seconds. Like, God, would he ever leave? Like,
Yeah.
it's
So funny. But yeah, like, I don't know. I mean, if it's something like important, like, hey, is that disc like covered in fecal matter? It looks like it is in the picture. Can you check? And like, they'll be like, yeah, it is. And I'm like, cool. I'm not gonna buy it. But other than that, I'm not gonna be like chatting up people.
hey man, check out this movie I just got.
Yeah.
not on eBay. Like, definitely not on eBay. Like in the
Yeah.
group, like, yeah, the group is more like
Yeah.
informal. Like, yeah, like maybe like whatnot. You'd be talking about some stuff, but like certainly not on eBay. Like that
Yeah.
is
Or just a PM on Facebook with somebody you were trying to buy something off of like 2 weeks before. Like,
Yeah. Yeah. I kind of keep it professional and
yeah.
Y'all don't try to hang out with every single marketplace listing that you inquire about.
I mean, that's a different story. I'm like, where do you want to meet up? And like, do you want to just like actually get some dinner and hang out and
Oh,
catch a
Daniel?
movie?
my favorite thing is when I inquired about something and then like literally like months after the price has finally gone down and you get like notification, you're like, yeah, it's still not in my interest because they still think it's worth way too much. But it's funny
Yeah.
that they've been sitting on it for months now thinking they have a gold mine and now it's starting to shrink.
I've done that long con. You just wait and wait and wait, and you're like, oh, that's actually reasonable now. I'll go buy that.
Right.
Good times. All right, let's do some non-LD pickups and all that stuff. Oh, maybe I'll insert some Seth graphics. I have the old like graphics for the pickups transitions. I haven't used those in ages.
Yes.
Let's see, I got some records. I got some, I'll do like tiny things first. Got the new Opeth record, Last Will and Testament. Fantastic.
Ooh.
The death metal vocals are back, and it's like the most proggiest thing they've ever done. And
Wow.
this digipack comes with a Blu-ray with a 5.1 version, which is fantastic. Ian Anderson from Jethro Tull shows up to do all the narration and plays flute on it. And Joey Tempest from Europe also shows up on it. It's great. Also got my favorite gothic horror band from Austria, The Vision Bleak, came out with a new record called Weird Tales. It's just like a little digibook thing, but I love these guys. I don't think they've ever played a single show in the States, but if they ever come here, I will go see it. And Blu-rays, boom, boom, boom. Highly recommend. Ghost right here, right now. We had to get the 4K and the Blu-ray, so we can watch it in different rooms in the house, depending on what we have.
They
Brought
didn't come
this.
together.
No, you got to buy them separately. That's like a new thing with like kind of boutique things, like yeah, the Blu-ray and the 4K are separate. It's like A24 mode.
They're
Yeah.
pulling that rental scam, part 1 and part 2.
This is like yeah, just like Hong Kong. I think Jackie Chan's in here. We brought this for Christmas. Made the whole family watch it. It was fantastic, including a 90-year-old grandmother.
Hell yeah.
It was good. My 70-plus-year-old uncle ended up buying a copy of this like halfway through it, so it was great. Also went down to the archive, had to get up my own personal copy of The Keep.
Cool.
Nice.
So psyched that this finally came out. I got the slip that I'm sure Ryan got his copy, right?
Yep.
Heck.
Maybe we'll hear about that later. So I don't want to talk too much about that. And what else? Oh, got the Ryuichi Sakamoto Opus. This is like technically Criterion adjacent. It's like Janus Films, the
Oh.
Criterion channel, but it's not like Criterion Collection numbered. It's like Janus Contemporaries, but it's the last concert Ryuichi Sakamoto did. And his son filmed it, so it's like kind of sad and awesome at the same time. Moving on to records. Boom, boom, boom. Trying to keep it peppy here. I got the most recent Kvelertak record. It's like super sick. I think it's like orange vinyl or something, but I just always love their artwork. Great Norwegian band. Yeah, seen them live a couple times. Newbury Comics all of a sudden had these like decent Anthrax reissues of their most recent records, but they were like limited to 300 and they were stupid cheap. So I got Worship Music on orange vinyl.
That's
Cool.
awesome.
Yeah, it was like, and they were on sale too. So it's like they ended up costing me like $12 or something. So, and for All Kings, again, the like gatefolds, they're all, 2 LPs. This one's also limited to 300. I don't know why they were so cheap. Somebody like at Newbury, like, screwed up or something.
Wow.
Grabbed a copy of Repo Man's soundtrack. I've always had it on cassette, never had it on wax. So
Oh God, that's
Nice.
so sick.
essential. I mean, I used to listen to this like on repeat. In, like what, 1984 probably?
Yeah,
Yeah. So good.
that's so sick. Wow.
Pablo Picasso never got called an asshole. Um, oh yeah, ran into the shop today, grabbed a couple things. I think a US copy of Motorhead No Remorse.
Ooh,
It's like a compilation and it has 4 new songs at the time. So grab that.
And Ace of Spades.
It does. I think that's track 1 for Luke. Hold on, let me see. Track 1, Ace of Spades. Yeah. But it's
yeah.
got Killed by Death. That's like one of my favorite songs. So. And what else did we grab? I just grabbed a cheap copy of Tormato because I had lost my old one from Yes. Wanted to replace that. Japanese guitarist Kazumi Watanabe with Bill Bruford guy. I don't know if you ever heard of him.
Oh,
And he's playing drums and Jeff Berlin on bass. So it's kind of
cool.
like jazzy, fusiony, proggy stuff.
Sick.
Got the 12-inch David Bowie Dance Magic Dance from Labyrinth. I never saw this 12-inch before, so I'm like, dude, it's got like a dance, like a dub version.
What?
I'm like,
That's so nuts.
and it's got the song Within You too. So it doesn't have every Bowie song from the soundtrack, but like yeah, I would have mixed this in at parties back in the day for sure. So I had to grab that.
Amazing.
And I was looking for this and found it. The only Faith No More record I don't have on vinyl, album of the year. This is the 2013 music on vinyl, and
Nice.
it's the misprint that has the wrong dates on the back.
Oh,
It has the Angel Dust dates, 1992, 93 on the back of here. So yeah, it's okay. The record still sounds the same. So I grabbed that. And I think that's about it. Yeah, that'll do. What do you got, Ryan?
I got a few things.
I
It's
believe
been a
you.
while. I have multiple Vinegar Syndrome boxes because I
Ooh.
had Black Friday and then the one before that. So yeah, it's gonna be a rundown. Here we go.
love it. I love it.
All right, we'll start it off with this. This is a Vinegar Syndrome Pictures release,
Ooh.
Black Eyed Susan.
Nice.
So this is on their like new movie label, which is kind of
It's
cool.
fine. Sick.
This is a musical. It's called Cannibal the Musical.
Yeah.
And this is the DeGosser sub-label because they had to work off of, they had a 35 millimeter print that they found that I guess was pretty bad, and then a tape master. So there's 2 different versions, and everyone says that the tape master that they scanned is better than the 35 millimeter print version. So
Ooh.
I'll have to check that out.
For you Trey Parker fans.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Corpse Mania.
Oh,
Nice.
And this is all mixed up because we were going to do this a couple weeks ago, and so I was on the road, so I packed up like a nice box to show off everything, and then I was like, crap, I drove around with all this stuff and didn't need it, but whatever. So anyways, Ghost Dance.
Then you watched it on your VR goggles and your
Yeah.
VR platform.
I was too busy to do that. Forgotten Gialli Volume 7.
ooh.
Damn.
These are always really good.
Oh, I love that box opening on top. That's cool.
Oh, the boxes are great. Like,
Super cool.
and they always end up selling out, and then they do like a mass market re-release in like a little like flip case. Not as cool. The Tenant.
Nice.
Ooh.
This one's really cool because it's got like a window that
Oh
opens.
my goodness.
It's so cool.
Oh my gosh.
I know it's Polanski or whatever.
Yeah, have you watched it yet?
No,
It's wild. Yeah.
I'll need to check it out.
Yeah.
Sam probably did a little work on this one.
I did.
Congo.
Hell yeah. I was
Everyone
like,
was like, "Oh, I can't believe that they did Congo." Blah blah blah. It's so terrible. I'm like, what label are you following? Like, it's
I
Vinegar
know.
Syndrome.
And meanwhile, I'm like, hell yeah, we're doing Congo. Yeah, bro.
Love it.
It's such a goofy movie, but I love it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mindbenders.
Ooh.
I know nothing about this, but it's a VSA, so it's got the nice like slip down hard case,
Mm.
which is cool. And it gets crazier from there. I do have something non-Vinegar Syndrome at the end, but
Ooh, what do you got?
this is Dial D for Demons.
Oh,
This
nice.
is, yeah, just another one of their releases, another VSA. So
Hmm.
Love her.
I pick up all the VSAs because I think that they're usually movies I'm more interested in sometimes than like the main stuff.
Mm.
But also it's crazy because like then it's another full label of now 50 plus releases to collect. All right, we keep going. Sam did some work on this one. Sliver.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Oh, sick.
They needed the Japanese international cut, right?
Yeah,
Oh.
it's uncut. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's got more sexy, steamy bedroom action.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Yeah.
Blood tracks. This one's supposed to be really ridiculous, so I'm looking forward to that. And I did get one DeGosser Deluxe VHS. It was cannibal.
Ah,
This
nice.
is one of the light up VHS. I probably won't open it because I have the Blu-ray, but I couldn't resist double dipping on this amazing looking cover.
I mean,
Yeah.
that's pretty cool.
That's
And it
sick.
sold out because of course it did.
Yeah.
Yeah, they had quite the lineup. They had two things sell out on the first weekend, which usually doesn't happen. Like there may be one,
Hmm.
but they sold out the Cannibal and then the other one that I'll get to. This is I Am Santa Claus.
Oh.
It's a ETR Media thing. It's a Santa Claus thing. It's got Mick Foley in it, so
Oh,
I
had
to
me at
get it.
Mick Foley.
Yeah, no.
They threw in a freebie popcorn bag because
Nice.
I'm a subscriber
Cool.
and they like to do that. Here's the keep.
Hell yeah.
We
Let's-
all contributed to this.
Yeah,
Sam
everyone except for
sending that.
Hayden.
Except for
Slacker.
Hayden. He didn't send his copy to Sam. Didn't know to either. But so we had the Japanese, the
Yep.
US pan and scan, and the US widescreen.
And
So-
the Australian DVD. Yeah.
Oh
was
yeah,
involved
yeah,
too.
that's
Yeah.
right. So yeah, I'm looking forward to this. This has caused a lot of drama because it sold out. And
It's still causing drama, like daily.
yeah.
Can we see? Can I see the inside? I want to see what it looks like on the inside.
Yeah, I didn't break
Yeah.
it open, so show to the group.
So you got the
Oh,
nice
sick.
this
Wow.
and then the just lettering. And I
That was
think-
the art that originally started the leak. The guy that drew that posted it,
Yeah.
like his original for sale on his website.
Yeah, oops. And then there's a nice
That's-
the keep
okay.
booklet.
That's what I kept seeing. That
Yeah.
blue looks so sick.
Yeah, but like it was for sale for like I want to say what 2 days before it sold out,
Yeah, it was quick.
and everyone just was like, "Oh, I'm gonna wait till it goes 50% off," and it's like
Good luck.
it ain't gonna last because people have wanted this for decades. Like
Yeah.
this isn't something that like they're like, "Oh yeah, this was a huge deal for them to pull off." So
Yeah, like it launched Friday, so I went down to the store to buy a copy on Saturday, and it was gone by Sunday.
yeah, I want to say that the store they posted they were out of it like Saturday night or something.
Yeah, they put a poster out front with the keep, and they're like, "Yeah, there's no copies."
Yeah.
Sorry.
Because it sold out online too, and people
Yep.
rushed the store. I grabbed the
Oh,
slip
slips,
covers because they did alternate English slips for some of these
Mexican ones.
Ruben Galindo movies because they
Wow.
released them in English or with Spanish slips, and I'm like, I'm dumb. I'll buy the slips again. So I'll admit it. Almost done with my Vinegar Syndrome stuff. This
All right.
was a little crazy. I got Saloon, which is a Shudder movie.
Ooh,
Ooh,
I try to pick up the Shudder stuff because I
yeah,
think they're
that's really
doing
cool.
a lot of good work, and
cool artwork.
supporting them is a good way to keep them making movies, or at least like financing movies.
Yeah.
I got the Sacrifice Game, another Shudder release,
Cool.
and I've been trying to pick them up as I see them. I don't quite get all of them, but I grab them when I see them. And then this
Yeah.
one, Sam, you worked on this one too, right, Sam?
I did, yeah.
Yeah, looking for Mr. Goodbar. You had to find a copy of the LaserDisc, right? Like,
No, actually, I
you
got
had that
it.
one?
It was like
Okay.
kicking around in a lot. Do I
That's
still have
awesome.
it out? Like I got it out. It's like old too.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So like this is like a pretty cool one, and another one that was like locked on what was it, VHS and Laserdisc forever?
Yeah, like
Oh, the music
I went up
rights?
to get that copy for Luke. No, I got the disc for Luke. Like a CLD D704 about a player for him, and the guy who sold it like had a bunch of like old man discs and porno and stuff, and then like
Sick.
old man discs that are like porno adjacent, like looking for Mr. Goodbar. And I held onto it for whatever reason, and then yeah, all of a sudden Vinegar Syndrome's like, "We're doing looking for Mr. Goodbar," so I was like, "Cool." It's actually pretty sick. It's a good flick.
And that
like-
was one that they had been hinting at for like a year. Like
Yeah,
they had one like photo where like the titles like lined up or the words lined up that said good bar. So people are like, oh, it's coming, it's coming. And
Yeah.
everyone's like, no, they're just messing with you. So like,
But
and
yeah,
I don't
it's
think
bleak.
it's sold out, but my guess is it will sell out before the next sale. Like it'll come back and people will be like, oh, I need to get that before it's gone.
Yeah, that's been like one of those hot, like totally and not available. And there's like music rights that was like a problem for a while too, I think. But
Yep,
yeah.
yep, definitely. And then on April Fool's Day, they had a $24 film preservation title. Or it wasn't even a title. You didn't know what it was. It was donate $24 to Vinegar Syndrome and you'll get
Hmm.
something for film preservation.
Oh.
And it ended up being this, which
Yeah.
here, let me spotlight myself again. Sorry.
Yeah, go for it.
This is Side Roads, and it came with a make your own slipcover. So like these are crayons, and it's just a
DKola.
blank slipcover, which is just amazing.
I
And it
love
was only for people who blind gave $24 on April Fool's Day. You had no clue what you were getting. And
wow.
this is Jeff Speakman's first film. So, and it's not an action film. So,
What?
yeah,
Wow.
no, it's quite an interesting thing.
My
And the
people are
slipcover
like,
pissed a bunch of people off, of
oh
course.
yeah, everyone's all pissed. Like,
Yeah.
and then
That's
people are drawing on theirs, and I'm like, well, mine
Yep.
just gets more valuable each day. I'm gonna watch it. I'm worried
Yeah.
about losing the crayons, to be honest, but
my
Yeah.
God.
no, it was really cool. I picked up one non-Vinegar Syndrome thing, and it was the
Ooh.
Trick or Treat Blu-ray. There were like 3 different cover arts. I like this one, so was really happy to grab it. So it
That's-
finally made its way onto physical media since
Sweet.
like I want to say since VHS.
Who
yeah,
was
so-
the boutique that put that one out?
This one was who is this? It's got a like t-shirt on it. I'm trying to think.
Huh.
Red shirt home video.
Oh, okay.
Synapse. It was Synapse. Okay.
Oh, okay. I was
Synapse
gonna
got
say
it.
Synapse, but all right.
Yeah, I couldn't remember. I saw it and I think I got it from Diabolic. I was just like, oh, that's easier.
Yep.
And yeah, I got a couple records. We'll go through them real quick.
Share with the group.
Yeah. This one I forgot I ordered it, but I got both 7 inches of Alkaline Trio's The Sacrifice,
Oh.
and then the B-side is At Sickness. One is white and one is black.
Cool.
Well, you gotta have both.
Yeah, I mean, they sound better if you can get both and then layer them over each other.
Yeah, play them side by side. Yeah,
Yeah, totally.
Yep.
And
makes
then,
it sound rich.
I have a problem. I got Atreyu's The Pronoia Sessions. So this is like a weird reimagined that I haven't heard, so I was gonna check that out.
Was that a
Cool.
Record Store Day Black Friday thing?
No, that was just a random thing that I saw on Atreyu's like social media. And the reason why, which again everything's out of order now. Hang on. Is I got nope, that's not the right one. I picked up a couple of Atreyu's because I was on a kick. Hang on.
Yeah, fair enough.
I probably lost it. I don't know where it's at. So, anyways, I picked up another Atreyu record besides that other one because that was the one I wanted.
It's in that hotel room you were in.
No, I never even like took the stuff out. So,
Oh, okay. Yep.
I also picked up the beautiful Dark of Life,
Sick.
and this was on sale. My local store like had it half off, and I'm like, okay, you're gonna have half off a new record. I'll buy it. I'm in. And then I picked up a few other things. Cold's 13 Ways to Bleed on Stage music on vinyl.
Nice.
It's essential. New Manson.
Oh, wow.
It's all right. I
haven't
think
heard
his
it
last
yet.
album was better, but
Oh.
it's all right. I'm gonna listen to it a couple more times. Before I got the All Hallows EP. I didn't have this yet, so
Yeah.
happy to get that.
Vintage.
My local store had a record crawl. This is the Splatter University soundtrack, and for whatever reason, it came with like a letter from like the label to like a guy because he was like gave him like camera negatives or something for it
Yeah.
or something. I don't know.
And it was John Belushi's personal copy.
Yeah, probably. There's a JB that I wrote on it just now.
Perfect.
I picked up the Basket Case
Damn.
2 and Frankenhooker soundtrack.
What?
Wow.
This
That's
was
so
also half off at my local store during a
Huh.
record crawl.
wow.
Picked up some Smoking Popes. This is the Born to Quit live session. So I think I have everything Smoking Popes now, other
Wow.
than maybe some like B-sides or whatever, but I can't chase everything. I can try. I got this
Shatner
off
complete though.
eBay. This is William Shatner's Where Will the Animals Sleep? Songs for Kids and Other Living Things. This
Wow.
was like $9.
I've
Love
not heard that. That sounds wild.
I didn't know it existed until I saw it on like the vinyl deals, and I was like, all right, I can do this. Picked up the Sabbath.
Hell yeah.
Cross purposes. This is the first time I think on vinyl, or first time since like
Yeah.
a European pressing or something insane.
Tony Martin era. Yeah.
Yeah.
They had that box set, but then they all came out with them separately now.
Yeah, which is awesome. Sorry, thought I'd find that Atreyu one, but I guess not.
Yep.
I picked up Unwritten Laws Elva.
Hmm.
Alternative Press did an exclusive like run of them, so I was like, all right, fine. And
Twist
then,
my arm.
yeah, seriously, they forced me. And then this band called Eve6 has a new album.
Oh.
And since I followed them on and off on Patreon, I was able to get like a discount, so I got both variants because why not?
I mean,
They're like a pop band that's LARPing as an alternative band or something. They say they're entertaining, but yeah. So that there was a lot, but it was also oh no, couple more. Sorry.
what do you got?
Just some random stuff. Hack-a-lantern.
Oh, hell yeah.
My best friend is a vampire.
Oh yeah. Best run.
Good
Yeah.
stuff.
Killzone MVD
Oh.
series.
Sick.
The
Yeah.
lights are not liking that. And Vigilante with Fred Williamson. These were some Christmas gifts because I do that like I just have an Amazon wish list of like movies. I'm like, oh yeah, I'll take that if somebody wants to get me a Christmas gift. And I usually from like in-laws and stuff, they're like, oh here's
Nice.
here's a Blu-ray. I'm like, okay, I'm never sad. So yeah. But yeah, that's it. Just a couple.
Maxine, what do you got?
I have almost every single thing of type of possible thing that we show.
Every media from
I
like
have books.
books.
I have books. I have Horror High.
Ooh.
This popularity.
Are those
Uh,
like vintage or those more recent?
These are vintage, yeah.
I think I was gonna say, all right.
Nightmare Hall.
I like the embossed cover there.
Oh, I love that. I love that. And then of course, Fear Street,
Stein.
which is kind of the teen.
Oh, didn't they turn that into a Netflix series?
I think they did 3 like a mini series. I don't know. if they
Yeah, yeah. I
Yeah,
think that's
I
it.
think that's about it, but I don't know which ones they really used, if they were kind of just trying to start their own thing or like, but I
I
haven't
think they
read all.
adapted, but I can't remember which ones. Yeah.
The Horror High is just super cool.
Yeah, that looks badass.
Yeah, I'm excited for all these.
You just find them locally or?
No, I think I'm pretty sure it was truly from Whatnot, but I'm not
Oh, okay. Yeah.
positive where exactly I got them, but I know I got them on Whatnot.
Probably
You
true.
got it from Peter.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Peter.
I got some records.
Oh, damn.
Big fan of mix related things.
Yeah, that looks K-Tel. Oh yeah, there's the
Love
K.
me some K-Tel. And yeah, I got this local.
Hell yeah.
This is a lot of just like 70s stuff. And I mean, it's just got like, just good solid, Captain Tennille, Frankie Valli, like all.
From the original stars.
Yes, another K-Tel.
Damn, Night Flight.
Now this
Looks-
one's sick because
That looks
this
80s.
it is 80s, and I believe there was something that I wanted that was on here. Oh, it's the freaking it's the Greatest American Hero.
Oh, sick.
And I love that. So I needed to hear that.
Believe it or not.
I love that song. And then I have Hayden Mail, and this is not my personal item. This is
Ooh.
Christmas gift for Beardo. And
Oh, I heard about this.
yes, so this is pretty exciting. So I'll show you Hayden's first because this is
Yep.
this is the best part.
Yeah.
So the movie is called Modern Girls.
Yes.
It never have been called that. It should have been called Bruno X. And this is the back cover. enjoy this because every single person should understand that this back cover is seriously an improvement. Front cover as well. But I drew this logo. I knew what I wanted. I sent him a
Yep.
mock-up and he just absolutely just ran away with the idea and made it incredible.
Yep.
Here is the sad, pathetic DVD that we were stuck with originally here, guys. Now, I love this art. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, cool pop art.
It's
Yeah.
absolutely just bootleg bullshit.
Yeah.
I mean, let's be serious here, guys. Like,
Yeah.
superior.
My only
No, yeah, I managed to find a copy of the movie online just to kind of find the scene you were talking about that you wanted the cover kind of based on. And I was skipping around, and then that thing where it flashes the MTV logo in like 8 different colors, and I was like, "That's it. That's the back. That's."
Yeah.
Yes, and we just watched this.
Nice.
It's so good. It's so good. And we like, I have it on VHS in my little VHS stack wherever that kind of zone is, and it's not on laser. It should be on laser. Should be a really hard to find,
100%. Yeah.
Freaking early image entertainment one. Like it really should have been. But man, there's so much LA happening in this movie, and like there's just like scenes on Melrose, and they're driving from downtown, and they're going so through places where we like, oh, I know where that is, and then we were trying to find it on Google Street View, and we like matched up the scene, like oh, it was wonderful. And so I got that for him for Christmas, and then he got for me for Christmas an absolute. Seriously, Grail. Okay.
One of my favorite albums of all time.
Very, very, very Grail.
Never seen that on 8-track before.
Oh, well, you're not going to because it's Grail. This probably comes up like maybe twice a year if you are lucky to see it, because this has the sleeve, but it was a Columbia House.
Oh, okay.
So when you ordered Columbia House with 8-track, right? They were making you the thing that you got.
Yeah, made on demand.
It was literally made to order for 8-track. Yeah. So like this existing is because somebody said I need that on 8-track, and then made it for them from Columbia House. And so I mean it's just unbelievable to me. And it's like the pads are still good, like I don't have to do anything.
Nice.
I've been doing a lot of pad replacement, and I'm gonna start doing splice replacement on some of them, but oh my gosh, this is just it's so clean too, because these were always kept in cars.
Yeah, that's minty.
This label would just be like bubbling and horrible, but like no, like pristine, gorgeous with the freaking Columbia sleeve, like
nice. That album rules too.
Yeah. Oh, it's so good. It's so good.
Yeah.
I love.
So I guess with it being made to order, it's kind of like there's the exact right number of them exists.
Yeah.
Literally. Yeah. And it's like, it's such a weird, like 8-track's such a weird kind of interesting format, because you could record to it yourself, like you could like cassette, but like it's like pre-cassette, and it's like it's a car format, since it was one of the early portables.
Yep.
And it's just, I mean, and it was early enough to be in Columbia House, but like it was ending right as the 80s were happening. So like it's all the 80s stuff is kind of obscure.
Yeah, that's a late release, essentially.
This is technically like a late release. The second record's an even later release.
Ooh, you got Listen on 8-track?
Oh my gosh.
Dude, that'd be amazing.
You can look and complete it.
I
didn't go that strong.
I didn't actually show. I finally bought the 4th record on LP. That album kind of sucks because Paul Reynolds was out of the band, and it's pretty ass. But the first 3 records smoke.
Yes, yeah. Oh gosh, the second record. I mean, I love the second record. But I have a couple of again, I like all the K-Tels and the mixtapes and stuff. So there is a K-Tel that has Wishing on it.
Nice.
So, and that's from the second record. So I do have kind of the second record. At least one song on a K-Tel.
Represented, yeah.
But it's funny, again, weird things about, because there's like, it's split into the 4 programs. So you can have these, unless it was like perfectly set up like some of these were, you'll have fade-ins and fade-outs of like songs because they're clicking from one program to the next, and the song's not over. And like that happens with Wishing on that K-Tel.
It just goes right into like the next section. Yeah.
And then it fades back in, and then you get the whole rest of the song. It's amazing.
they're like, yeah, fuck it.
Yeah.
Just chop it in half.
It's like you had to. There was
Yeah.
that's the way the format is. But there's really not a whole lot of fast forwarding. Like you kind of just press the program and then you kind of like hear a new chunk of a different song and wait for that.
Yeah.
You like kind of cycle the programs, but
Wow.
I just love that. It's so quirky. It feels like, feels like LaserDisc in a way. It's just quirky and interesting.
Yeah, Dead Media.
Yeah.
It's good stuff. I want to make sure if you get an 8-track player, you called it an 8-track.
Oh, oh my gosh. I had something I was supposed to show earlier, but you know what? I'll have to save it for another round. I'll just show it quickly, but I'll show this another time.
Oh, damn. All right.
What?
Tease.
No, you gotta show it off now. Like, come
Banner
on.
tease.
All right. Well, I didn't get to show it during LaserDisc time.
Wow.
Damn. That's pretty awesome.
It's the twin sibling to this one that I have up there, but it's reverse colors.
Damn.
Because the one I have up there, this is also true, like deeper LaserDisc blue. But the one that I have up there is like it's a white background with the same exact Pioneer, same exact LaserDisc, but it's blue logoing and white background.
And that's, yeah, big. You can use that at events. Yeah. When you're
Oh.
out at a karaoke jammy jam or.
This one's got like curtain rod-esque, so I'm almost tempted to put a freaking curtain rod and like hang it that way.
Yeah.
Because you can put like a pole through here. It's got like the
Yeah. Yeah. Like put a PVC through there.
and like my other one that's up there has grommets
Hmm.
for hanging. So completely different like banner situation. But yeah, I'm just like obsessed with this. So insane.
Just put it on stage at like a live show, like
Oh,
just
yeah,
for no
let's-
reason in the back.
Oh my god. Incredible.
Kick ass.
But that's
All right. well,
yeah.
Hayden, what do you got? You got anything?
Oh, some stuff. So a while back, Luke was thrifting and he found some stuff that he assumed I would like. He was right, so he sent it to me. I got some Emerson, Lake and Palmer
Ooh.
LPs. Got the Works. Got Trilogy, which I did already have, but now I have
Nice.
2, which I like Trilogy. So
I like
that's
You're gonna need
Cool.
to get a third.
Yeah.
yeah. I need to complete the trilogy. Got the debut, so now I own the debut in some fashion.
Nice.
Cool.
And the one I was most excited for is the Welcome Back My Friends concert, which is a 3-disc concert. And it's weird the way they set this up. Maybe this is more common than I'm aware of, but they did it to where instead of you have disc 1 with side 1 and side 2, then
Yep.
3 and 4, then 5 and 6. Instead, it's
1 and 4.
2, 3, 4,
Oh.
5, 6.
Okay.
Like
Hmm.
it's very weird. So you have to like play one disc, put the next disc in, then the next one, then you flip that one, and then
Yeah.
you go back to disc 2 and then back to disc 1 to play all 6 sides.
Yeah, most of my
So-
concert, like Yes and like Rush, like concert discs from the 80s are all they're like designed for stacking
Yeah, to stack up
turntables.
pairs.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So
was
you
gonna-
could so you can go to like side 1 and 2, like they'll just drop quickly but then you do have to go and flip them. But yeah.
Okay. So at
Yeah.
least they weren't doing it just to be mean.
No,
That's-
yeah,
that's
it
good.
was because they assumed you had a stacking multiplayer, like
There's
that you could
also
stack.
a Bosley Stack-O-Matic that was like from like the early 2000s, and it was like
Nice.
from JP Penney, and you can put like 5 records, like 30, 33 and third, 5 of them stacked, and then it drops them and plays them in the order that you have
Yeah.
them. So
I've got like the Star Wars soundtrack does it too, the Apocalypse Now soundtrack. Yeah, they're like out of order essentially. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, at least there was some method to it.
yeah, they weren't like gaslighting you
yeah.
from
Yeah.
from the
They weren't trying to
70s,
trick me into listening to it in the wrong order. So-
Yeah. like 50, 60 years in the future. Yeah.
Like some kid isn't gonna know what's up.
It's gonna totally blow his mind.
He's gonna listen to the first half of Tarkus, and he's gonna think he's getting the second half of Tarkus, and he's
But
gonna
he's
jump
not.
into Carnival 9, and he's gonna be confused. But that's all I got for records. Picked up some DVDs and stuff. Finally got Hellboy 2, Golden Army.
Nice.
Used to have a copy of this, but I think it got lost in a move. So local
Wow.
store was doing like buy one get one
haven't seen that
free
in a
or
while.
whatever. So got that. Never seen Saw. Picked that up.
Oh my gosh.
What?
Seesaw.
I know.
Oh my gosh.
We want to watch it since Venture Brothers referenced it. So
Yeah, nice.
Wild. Yeah, that's great.
got Spiderman.
Joseph Spitterman. Yep.
Yeah. Got 70s The Hobbit,
Ooh.
Yes.
which should be on LaserDisc. I don't see why this cover isn't on LaserDisc.
Yeah, I know.
That's so stupid.
That's a fail.
But
Whatever.
wait, the Japanese. What is the Japanese Hobbit that's on
Lord of
this?
the Rings.
That's
It was the Rankin Bass one.
TV show Hobbit, yeah.
And I
Yeah.
think it made like
It was animated in Japan.
Yeah.
Didn't it make like what's that shitty format, CED or something? Didn't they give
Yeah, I
a
think-
CED?
Yes, there is a
Ah.
CED version.
Yeah, which
So-
is just an even bigger slap in the face.
I know, what
Yeah, real.
All right, Malaysia probably has it.
That someone did that snapper come out. That should have been like a late release, like Warner
know.
LD. That's,
No, there's no year on here.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a snap case, so I mean.
it could be, yeah, 98
Oh,
or
2001.
something. Oh, all right. That's why. All right. I'll let him off the hook
So-
for that.
Yeah.
But still, there should be an old
Uh,
jabroni one.
No, what the heck?
Yeah, there's a new DVD cover that like looks way worse. They have like a Lord of the Rings like ring template, and then they have just like a worse version of this artwork that looks even more digitally airbrushed.
Lame.
Yeah. Picked up Furiosa.
Hell
Did
yeah.
not realize it
Nice.
was the 4K only until Sam mentioned in our chat that his was 4K only. So I
Yeah.
can't really watch this right now, but
Oh.
you know, I'll get
I
there
do have a-
eventually.
I have a Blu-ray copy, so you can I'll send this over to you.
I think you're allowed to legally pirate it, right? Since you own it.
Sure.
Yeah. I bought a copy, so I mean that's
Plus,
It
there's
is what it
digital,
is.
So
This I picked up because my fiance wanted to watch it, and I'm glad she did want to because I really enjoyed it. 2006 Pride and Prejudice with
That's a good one.
That
yeah,
is-
with our boy Matthew McFadden from
Hell yeah.
what's the show?
MI5?
My mind just went blank.
Spooks, aka MI5.
Oh my god, my mind always blanks when I need to remember something. The oh my god, the show that he's in. The show.
Yeah, MI5.
Oh my god,
What a
I'll remember
different show.
the name of it here in a second.
The movie Death at a Funeral. I'm just gonna keep naming Matthew McFadden shit.
Y'all don't realize it's amazing that I remembered his name at all. Even though
I
it's
know.
written
I was
on
like,
the cover.
damn,
I know, that's
props.
deep cut, really.
Like nobody
But
except
I
outside of our
looked
house
at
knows that.
I was trying to find the Blu-ray for this, and it didn't look like there was one. But then after we got the DVD, eBay suggested the Blu-ray to me that I looked
What?
for and couldn't find. So now we have that.
Amazing.
You're gonna have like the 4K now soon.
Yeah, I don't think there is one, which is
There
a
will
shame
be
'cause it's a great
eventually.
looking movie.
I
So-
know. That's
Chris will buy it, and
Uh,
he'll be like, "I'm watching the 4K," and then you'll know to buy it.
So then I got the 4K Blu-ray combo for the trial.
Ooh,
Picked this up on LD a while ago. That was a Japanese copy, and I had to get this because you can't hear almost any of the dialogue. There's so much hiss in the audio from whatever film source they use, and half of it is people quietly talking in big echoey rooms.
that's
So,
the real trial. It's your
yeah,
trial.
is trying to figure
Trying-
out what's going on.
Yeah.
Isn't there a round group of that though?
Yeah, it's got like a
There's-
yellowish cover.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there is.
Yep.
Yeah.
We know if that's.
I didn't pick that one up because it was like the same price as the Criterion Blu-ray and the Japanese
Oh.
LD I got on Zen Market for like a penny. So
Of course.
this I actually pre-ordered like 6 months ago, and I forgot about it, but it showed up in the mail the other day.
Ooh.
Shin Ultraman,
Sick.
which you should watch right now because it's a great time.
Okay, good. I'm out of
Sadly,
here, guys.
this-
Finish the podcast.
Sadly, this amazing artwork is not on the actual case. It is just a slip. They have
Oh,
like the
okay.
generic poster art for the main case, but yeah, whatever.
that's why you get the
That's
It is
slip.
what
what
it is.
they're for.
Yeah, slip sick.
Yeah, it's nice. I just wish they would have printed it for the main cover
Yeah.
or done like a reversible
No, you can
situation. That's right, I could do.
Yeah, make your own.
I'll get around to it.
Yeah.
This I got as a Christmas gift from fiance.
Oh,
Vampire
sick.
Hunter D on Blu-ray, which I've never seen. Looking forward to it.
Nice.
And then this I picked up. This went on sale from its normal price of like $15 or something for $6 on the website, so I had to get it. Which is Umami's Interface,
Ooh, I
which
haven't seen
is an indie animated movie that was released on YouTube in episodes, but it was like a full feature film. He was just releasing it in increments. So you can watch it for free on the internet, or you can watch it on Blu-ray for $6. So
Wow.
Damn.
and then got Blur Park Life on CD.
Man, you're like really ripping through the Blur stuff lately.
I know.
Yeah.
They're too
Good band.
good. I can't help it. And then I had to pick up some games. I wish Chris was here to tell me that I shouldn't buy physical copies of video games, but hopefully he feels it wherever he's at.
Yep.
I got Sonic Wings 2 on Neo Geo.
It needs to be bigger. What the hell?
That box is amazing.
Yeah.
Oh my
Thanks.
god.
I designed it myself. These are the MVS
Ah.
arcade cartridges, not the home system cartridges.
Damn.
The home system copy of this is like, if you get the common Japanese one, it's like a $900 game. I don't have that kind of. The arcade cartridges go for a lot less because they're more common and less desirable. So get these aftermarket cases and make it look nice. Then I got the King of Fighters 96,
Damn.
Nice.
Oh,
Samurai Showdown 2,
wow.
Those are chunky.
and
That was sick.
They're chunky.
yes, very chunky.
I love it.
And then what is at this moment my favorite fighting game that I've ever played, Real Bout Fatal Fury Special. I used to have this when I did own a home system, but when I checked the prices on eBay, I decided to sell it and get the arcade system and play those instead. So
Hell yeah.
Nice.
Can we make a fighting game? LDF aspect ratio battles?
that would be amazing.
Yeah.
I would
Yeah.
love that.
You just like, I don't know how it works, but
We need to figure it out. Guys,
one
And we
player
could-
tries to bork the ratio and the other player tries to like fix
And
it.
we could put it on Neo Geo, and then we could, sell it for quite a bit,
Hell yeah.
and probably not make much off of it, honestly.
Nah, I don't care. It's all about the art.
it's gonna have to be Pong, right? You playing Pong and
Yeah.
player, right? And it's just the aspect ratio image is changing in the middle of the screen
Yeah.
as you're hitting the ball back and forth.
You just try and save the day or mess it up depending on which side you're on.
Yeah, player one's trying to squeeze the image,
Yeah.
and player two is trying to stretch the
Yeah.
image.
It's just shrinking and it's like there's no letterboxing and
Yeah.
zooming.
Perfect. Let's get on this.
Yes.
So that's all I've got for non-LD pickups.
Score.
That's
All
good
right.
stuff.
Excellent.
All right, we're wrapping up almost. We got to do some recommendations, and it could be anything. You just recommend going out and hugging someone. You could do that, or you could talk about some media or something you saw in the theaters. Let's see what I've been watching. Of course, I'll just drop some HBO stuff. I've been watching Dune Prophecy. It's been decent so far. It's literally Game of Thrones with spaceships instead of dragons.
Cool.
Yeah, so if you like Game of Thrones, you'll dig this. But it's cool because I was always like a Dune nut. So a lot of the stuff that they drop in here is like kind of backstory stuff that was hinted at already. I haven't read a lot of the sequels and all that stuff, but like I was like, ooh, the Butlerian Jihad. Ooh, this is exciting. So it's like nerd candy with that stuff. But yeah, it's been fun. A lot of good cliffhangers and exciting moments, and yeah, I've been digging it. And the other thing on HBO, of course, you got to check out the Yacht Rock documentary.
Oh yeah, 100% agree. Like,
Yeah. You haven't seen it yet?
Oh my god, I will definitely watch that.
Yeah,
it was
it's
a doc you mentioned.
Doc DOCK
Oh
documentary.
my, stop it. Oh
Yeah.
my
So
god.
good.
Oh.
Yeah, I highly recommend that. Watch it twice. So,
Who was the person who didn't want to be in it? Who like
oh, Donald Fagen from Steely Dan.
Yeah, Donald
Yeah.
Fagen like
Yep.
was swearing on like a recording they had. They're like, "Hey, would you like to be on it?"
Yeah. To be fair, I mean the director, I think it was the director who called him to ask him to be part of it. He begged them, because instead of like, hey, we'd like to, we've talked to a lot of people that have collaborated with you, we'd like to have you talk about your music. He's like, we've had a lot of people into yacht rock,
yeah.
and we'd like to have you on to talk about the genre. And he's like, what genre is that again? He's like, yacht rock. And he's like, yeah, how about you go F yourself? And then just hangs up
it's
the
so
phone.
It no, going in, if you know he's not a fan of the whole,
Yes.
the moniker.
Yeah, play it carefully. Yeah, but no, it was hilarious. And Rick Beato just dropped a rant video about it today too. He's like super mad that they called it yacht rock. So
It's
check
funny
that
because
out.
the people on there were like, we didn't really necessarily like it to begin with, but we realized it was people, a new generation enjoying our music, and like it's made them more popular than they've ever been almost.
it's pretty in depth too. Like it gets into a lot of different dynamics, and again, like if you're a music nerd, you're gonna dig all the it's a lot of the players that they're talking about it.
Oh, yeah.
So
You had all the Toto there.
yeah,
Ooh, that's
and
amazing.
those guys are always funny
Oh
because
yeah.
I the Dune book I had because they did the music for David Lynch's Dune, And they just swear like sailors. Like in that book, there's like fucking doing this, fucking that, whatever, fucking sandworms. Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, they're just like, I don't know, like Toto seems like this nice kind of refined band, but they'd probably like cut you in a street fight.
Yeah, they're like the biggest players in the industry basically for the
Yeah.
80s. They were on everything.
Michael Jackson's Thriller. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then that one song, I didn't realize I learned it from the Yacht Rock documentary. Was it one of the Porcaro brothers? Like
Mhm.
it was a demo he had.
Oh
and
yeah.
He just like gave it to Michael Jackson to finish the album. Like
Oh yeah. It was one of the most badass songs on Thriller
it
too. I
was
don't
the
know why.
ballad at the end.
Yeah. Tell about dun, 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 why? Yeah, that
Oh, Human
uh
Nature.
Human Nature. Thank you.
Yeah,
Come on,
yeah.
that's
It,
fun.
And
it
now I'm
was
gonna
his
get sued.
song, and he's just like, yeah, it's you can take
Go
it.
for it,
Let's
Michael.
go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I learned stuff too. It's a killer doc. Check it out.
DOCK.
Absolutely agree.
Yeah, it's a killer doc. DOCK. What do you got, Ryan?
I went and saw Pompoko in theaters, which I'd never
Oh
seen.
shit.
And I went with my wife, brother-in-law, and son, and we were the only people in the movie theater.
Oh,
And
that's
it was
hilarious.
great seeing raccoon balls for like 2
Yep.
hours in theater, and knowing there was no one else around. So it was really fun. So,
That is awesome.
and then
Nice.
you took my other one with the yacht.
Oh,
ride.
sorry. Yeah.
No,
Let's talk about it more.
Yeah, seriously. There's Michael McDonald, who's like the backing vocalist for every yacht rock hit.
Yep. Yeah, you
Yep.
got Christopher Cross, Kenny Loggins.
Yep.
Who did we miss?
Michael McDonald?
Yeah, Michael McDonald. He's all up in that.
The rest of the doobies.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They got a lot of
Hall
the
and Oates a
doobies.
little bit.
Ooh.
And then like all the people in it that were like influenced by it, like Questlove, of course, is all up in this thing, and yeah,
Yep.
I don't know. It's cool. It gets
Yeah.
into like how yacht rock influenced hip hop. It like kind of it digs under every stone that's like in the yacht rock, harbor.
Yeah, they did a really good job, and they brought in
Yeah.
people from all generations to talk about it.
Yeah.
Who lived it, people who now were influenced by it. It was just really good. I can't not say good things about it.
Yeah.
I was
Hell
looking
yeah.
to see if I saw anything else that was like modern that I should talk about. And no, those were the big ones.
Nice. You got any Rex Max?
So I had a free trial-ish that I thought I was going to get for Netflix because I wanted to do watch the Mike Tyson fight, right? This is how long back we're going here.
Yep.
And then there was no free trials to be had. So I just signed up for 1 month because you can cancel anytime. So I had a month of Netflix and I watched all of the new Cobra Kai. I
Nice.
watched all
I should
of
have mentioned
Squid
that
Game.
too. Yeah.
I watched Squid Game, which I had never
Oh,
seen.
season 2 dropped like this week, right?
I know. Well, now I'm like, do
I
I
gotta
sign
start
up for
that.
another? Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to say, watch it and let me know if I should get another month of it.
Yeah. I'm sure it'll be pretty cool. I mean, I love season 1, so.
Yeah,
The only thing weird about season 1 was when they came up with the Western characters, because they were all like really bad actors. They were playing like the visitors that all spoke in English.
Oh,
Did you
you're
get to
right.
that
You're
episode?
right. Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
That was really weird. Yeah.
It's like all like top quality like Korean acting, and all of a sudden these guys are like, we are here to bet on the games. This is good times. I mean, it wasn't that bad, but it was pretty cheesy.
Watch it with the dub, or did you watch it with subtitles?
I watched it with subtitles.
Oh, okay, I watched the dub because I didn't even think anything of it.
Oh, so that was probably better. They probably fixed them.
Yeah, it was. I mean, there you could tell in some sections that it was very, very dubbed, and then
Yeah.
other sections you're like, oh, this is actually like I'm not forgetting that this is dubbed at all. So I didn't even think anything of it until I was like, oh, I probably should be watching this with subtitles. But
Yeah, I wonder what they did with those guys. Yeah, because it's like, I don't know, 7 episodes in or something, a bunch of
yeah, it's like
Westerners show up.
yeah, it's towards the very end, and they're
Yeah.
like wearing those weird masks, and yeah,
Yeah.
there's like a
Spoiler
whole
alert.
yeah, sorry, you don't want to.
Yeah.
I'm not saying anything else. I won't say anything else.
Yep.
It's honestly like I have the fascination of the movie Cube. I want every movie to be Cube. I want to watch every movie that's similar to Cube. So I was really stoked because also on Netflix is called The Platform, and there's a sequel to that that's newer. So we watched.
Did you see the sequel yet?
Platform 2?
Yeah.
Yes, I was just watched that.
Was it good? Was it as good as the first one, or was it a letdown?
It was really good, but the first
Okay.
is so special. I
Yeah.
love that. It's so weird and interesting, and just like, yeah, I did enjoy the second one, but I felt
Okay.
like there was like a lot of jumping around in plot, like,
Okay.
but it was really good.
Well, if you like Squid Game and you keep Netflix, check out the 2 seasons of Alice in Borderland.
Oh, I know. I was trying to figure out what the other ones you had mentioned were that
Yeah.
were on there that I wanted to see. All
Yeah,
right, well, maybe I'll get another freaking month to
they're
get
perfect. Good.
I gotta see those.
Yeah.
But oh, those were just all the Netflix stuff. And then I wanted to say I watched freaking Santa with Muscles finally.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like, everyone should be watching that. That is a fever dream.
All right, I've
It's
got multiple
so bad,
copies.
but so good. Like
That is a freaking fever dream. Like I watched that with we watched that with our friend who has like hardly any LaserDisc experience, and like he's like, what even? How is this movie still going? Like,
I mean, we should have done that as a Christmas movie, right?
honestly, we
always
probably
next year.
next
Yeah.
year we should really. I'm not kidding. Like that
So-
is like really worth talking about.
Do you still have all the copies, Ryan?
I only have 5.
He's enough to share. Just so
He
people-
is the market.
At least
Whoa.
send one to me.
Yeah,
Well,
right.
4 of them are Singapore, so I'm gonna keep those.
Okay.
And they're not edited because there's nothing worth editing in that movie.
You should play them all, but like pause them
Singapore
like 5
Mall?
seconds different. What?
And then I have the Blu-ray too, so that like I can reference.
Okay, but is the Singapore cut longer? Is it different?
Exactly the same.
Okay. It is kind of a perfect movie though. It
Yeah.
was absolutely ridiculous. And I watched Santa's Sleigh and that is ridiculous. But freaking Santa with Muscles is even more insane.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it's got what's her name? Mila Kunis.
Young
Wow.
Mila Kunis is in it. Yeah.
And then like there's like different wrestlers who make cameos, and Clint Howard is in it.
No,
You
Clint
can't go wrong
Howard.
if Clint Howard's in a movie.
He should have been a wrestler.
I know, that would be insane. Jeez, yeah, that is super recommendation for this, since it's still December, it's not out of season, you could still absolutely watch something
Yeah.
Santa related.
I
Like,
still have a tree. You can watch
Yes.
Santa with muscles.
like you can definitely watch Santa with Muzzles. So hell yeah, definitely highly recommend that.
Cool. All right, what do you got, Hayden?
Well, we went and saw Nosferatu on
Ah.
Christmas Day,
You
and
suck.
it was great. I know. I try.
I
not
need to go see that.
but- Yeah, no, it was really good. I need to at some point watch a Dracula movie or something. I've seen the Werner Herzog Nosferatu and the 20s Nosferatu.
Yep.
But I haven't seen Francis Ford Coppola's Dracula or the Hollywood old Universal Dracula. So I need
Have
to
you seen
watch those
Shadow of the Vampire with Willem Dafoe or no?
No, I found out
Malkovich?
about that while looking up
Yep.
stuff for Nosferatu, just because it's like, oh, there's another Nosferatu movie with Willem Dafoe in it.
Yep.
So I need to check that out. But yeah, Nosferatu was great. Robert Eggers cooked again. He delivered the goods as always.
Yep.
Great time. See it in the theater if you can. Our theater cropped it, unfortunately.
Yep.
It's supposed to be 166-1, and they had it down to like 185-1.
Mm.
So there were like the top edges of subtitles creeping in at the bottom of the screen, and people, like the
The
their
forehead cut.
their eyebrows touching the curtain in the movie theater. So but some scenes kind of got ruined, but overall it was still
Hey,
a good
that's what
time.
happens when you try and get all artsy with your aspect ratios.
Yeah, or people just don't do their jobs that they get paid to do.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's how people
And
lined up in the LaserDisc group saying that they're a professional projectionist and
Yeah.
yeah.
That guy was
Also,
probably
one
projecting.
more recommendation, only because I remembered the name. I was trying to remember the show that Matthew McFadden was in,
Yes.
Succession. I don't know why the
Oh.
name would not come to me, but Succession. Yeah.
I forgot he
mainly
was in
just
that.
Yeah, and
Yep.
he's the best part of it. And so, if you haven't seen that on HBO, watch it.
Ooh,
Good time.
okay. Good to know.
Good deal. All right, let's do our final thoughts and what's spinning next. Man, I think I'm going to be doing that DTS stuff because I'm going to hook up the XO. So I'll probably be spinning the Eagles DTS disc next. And shout out again to my man Jason for making that happen. Ryan, what are you watching next?
I need to check out Dune and a few other things.
Like which Dune? TV Dune or
the TV
movie
Dune?
Dune?
Yeah, that's on Max, right?
Yeah, it is. I
Yeah,
think
I got
7
Max on
episodes
Black
in.
Friday. It was
Yep.
$18 for 6 months, and I'm like, okay, Fine.
Actually, I think I have to watch the last 15 minutes because I think Bill showed up when I was watching the newest episode and like stuff was exploding and people were dying. And I'm like, crap, I need to get back to it.
And then there's like a Star Wars series that's out. I don't know.
Oh,
heard
haven't
like
started it
either.
yet. Skeleton
Like,
Crew.
Yeah, I need to check that out too. So
Yeah.
Which, okay, big shout out to Len Enders because his original band from the 80s that no one's ever heard of, that never put on any music, his band was called Skeleton Crew. So
Ah, okay.
there we go.
And you could like get the music and sync it up with the Star Wars show and it'll be cool.
oh yeah. Well, he
Yeah.
never released anything. He released t-shirts for his band that never
Man.
released any music.
Or you can buy a t-shirt and wear it while you're watching the
Yeah.
Star Wars show.
Yeah.
Nice. Good deal. Yeah, what are you spinning next, Max?
Ooh, man, I probably gotta watch Skateboard Kid, and then I want to watch Stigmata because I've never seen it.
Yes,
Fired up.
Me too.
But as soon as Holler's back, I'm pulling that back out, and you're gonna see it again because I need.
Well,
to
yeah,
get
watch that
Holler-
and then report
Holler.
back on it, and then that'll give me an excuse to show it. Yeah. He'll freak out. What's up next for you, Hayden?
Probably Vampire Hunter D. Keep the vampire holiday season going. And then when I'm not doing that, I'll be playing Robot Special, kicking ass as my guy Duck King,
Ooh,
the best fighting game character ever created.
that's amazing.
Don't play too much though, because you got to work on our aspect ratio fighter.
That's
game.
true. I do need to learn how to code so I can
Yeah.
do that.
And the graphics for the the packaging too. Don't worry.
I've used MS Paint before. I can figure that out.
Oh,
Graphic
nice.
design,
Alright,
that's whatever. It's
Yeah.
the making the foundational product, the game itself is the biggest hurdle.
I mean, I guess so. We're just gonna promise it to kids, and we're gonna have a street date, and then it's pretty much all. It's all
Yeah,
gonna
the
come together.
pre-orders. The pre-orders are already open, right?
Yeah.
Like the clock is ticking.
There's a discount code, zero cool. Type that in, you get a
Yep.
discount. Yeah. Cool. We made it through an episode. Way to go, everybody. Yeah. Go rent Hackers or buy it and
I have.
show it to your friends.
Check it
Does
out.
anybody here actually do any hacking? Yeah. Like actively? I mean, I'm definitely not working for the feds or Fisher Stevens. Not trying to fish for information here. Just checking. Anyways, hopefully everybody out there is having a great time. Ryan will be invaded by SWAT teams and FBI agents and
Yeah.
Secret Service any
I'm
second.
not
No comment.
umbrella.
Yeah.
The sprinklers are coming.
Yeah. I definitely didn't know that was going to happen. Cool. All right. Well, yeah, check out the pooper on this episode. It's the back end. It's just about done. And we'll be back again with another. We don't even have a movie for the next one, do we?
No.
All right.
Sure that we'll
You-
do another Fisher Stevens movie though.
Fisher. Oh, do I have? I've got a few more. Yeah. Fisher complete. All right. Cheers, everyone. Write what movie you want us to review, and then we probably won't do it, but we can think about it. Thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging in the chat. And yeah, Happy New Year. Hack the planet.
I can plan
Hack the New Year.
it.